And with that, we now are audible to the rest of the internet.
Hello, Internet. Hello, Red Dragon and Sourlad and Wazzy pointing a gun at me.
Sourlad says it's Morbin time. Alright.
I have no desire to watch Morbius, but I friggin' love It's Morbin Time as a meme.
If we ever do Sessions movie night, I'm making you guys watch that just so we can all watch it together. I've heard it's so bad. It's got to be experienced with the group, I think.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you absolutely have to just watch and be like, hey, we all hate this. Wow.
Alright, let me jump over to the retro gaming layout. We'll make sure everything with the images is good. I think I need to move myself over so I'm not kissing Matt directly in the face. There we go.
And I'm so handsome.
Yeah, but your wife is here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a little weird. Well, a lot weird. And hopefully there's not too much background noise on mine. I do have a couple fans running because the upstairs of our house is rather toasty.
I can't hear it. I don't hear
Excellent.
any feedback from your end, so I think we're good. Hey, I see Eric is in chat. What's up, Eric? Also, shout out to a couple people that followed while we were offline. Brahman Best and Nocturnal Blade. Nocturnal Blade. They stopped by and make sure to thank them for following.
Yeah. And yeah, Broman Best was also there, was a stream for what Sourlad actually wants to ask about is the Nugget controversy.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, Sourlad, because right before I went live on stream today, I was preparing everything on Twitter for the announcements, and I happened to see the post-stream end credits scene.
Yeah, the discussion.
And so I was talking to Matt about that before we even got on. And I don't want to stir the pot more, but I will just say that sometimes you see people with a take so nuclear, it creates a 3 Mile Island and irreparably damages the ecosystem. But anyway, back to Zelda.
Yeah, anyway, Zelda time. And Nocturnal Blade's first chat with a little emote.
I might have to... I wonder why it's not picking up my controller.
Oh, that's wild.
Let me try this.
Then I'll also asking if you catch up with your nugs. I bet I know the answer, but I'll let you say it.
Salad ass. Oh, do you eat ketchup with your nugs? No. It's probably fairly well-known lore here that I don't like chicken nuggets. Or not chicken nuggets. I don't like ketchup. I love chicken nuggets. Ketchup is a condiment I don't like. Let me try and reload the emulator here.
I was going to say, dude, I know you like chicken. You had an entire hot chicken wing stream.
Yeah,
although chicken wings and nuggets are objectively different in, like, how you eat them.
It's,
overall.
Yeah, for sure. It's the condiment. Ketchup and yellow mustard I don't like. I've talked about that before.
Yeah. Oh, Salamander. Eric is saying best nugget sauce is sweet chili sauce or honey mustard.
That's a good one. I was telling Matt, sweet and sour is my go-to for regular chicken nuggets, but I also really like honey mustard.
Yeah, I like a good classic barbecue sauce, like a bullseye, or like a Carolina sweet barbecue sauce.
They have Sweet Baby Ray's where you guys live?
I believe they do, but it's not sold everywhere. It's not a common name.
Oh, that's really good barbecue sauce. I'm sure those that live in the States have seen that one.
They sell it at Walmart, so.
The regular one's good. The honey barbecue and the spicy barbecue ones are also quite good.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
Red Dragon asks, wait, you eat chicken live on stream? I have in the past for challenges. Like I'll get a bunch of like chicken wings or tenders and eat them with hot sauce and suffer for everyone's amusement. I haven't recently.
Yeah. What happened to the old run? Did you beat it? Funny story about that. Turns out there's a setting when randomizing Link to the Past where you can make it that you have to be able to blind navigate dark areas. And may have left that toggled on.
Yep, and as a result, we hit several spots in the game that we couldn't see because we didn't have the lantern. And it was a giant pain. We tried to navigate our way through it, but ultimately we hit a dead end. And so Matt and I looked at the ROM settings for the randomizer after the stream, and we're going to redo it. This is randomized again, but I went and enabled Lantern from the beginning. You can see it in my inventory here. I know it's not a true randomizer run, but we want to try and beat the game. And this will keep that from happening.
We want a playable run.
Hey, Corebreak's here. What's up, Corebreak?
Hello, Corebreak. Yes, we are Lonk 2.
Yes, this is Lonk, the sequel.
This time it's personal.
And I'm sure I'll have nothing but good luck and not take almost an hour to get the first iteration of the freaking sword.
Oh, no, we'll see what happens. I mean, that's a pretty common thing in Zelda randomizers, so.
First chest. Piece of a heart.
I'll never complain about heart pieces or heart containers, because early health makes a big difference.
Let me tweak something real quick. Every time I tab out of the emulator, it's going to pause like that. All right. Interesting. Look at the spread this time. So the dungeons, for those who didn't see the last run we attempted in this game, the dungeons are all randomized too. The Light World Pendants and the Dark World Crystals are all flipped around. We have 2 Light World Pendants.
Although one of them has a weird little symbol on the side of it.
That plus on the one on the left?
Yeah.
I don't know what that's
weird. And hey, green pendant and red pendant, funny enough, those are actually in the correct, those are in their canon correct dungeons. Just don't know what that plus is, if that plus means anything, or if it's weird, just graphical thing. Either way.
I guess we'll see once they show up in the inventory.
Yeah. Yeah, should we go harass your uncle? Because there's 2 items you can get from that. Might as well go visit a corpse in the sewers.
He gets better. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I suppose he does, yeah.
Took forever just to get a weapon last time.
Isn't it? Oh, actually, yeah, this works. Already on our way.
Yes, yeah,
Iconic saying, hi, Rocco and Matt. Can't say at the moment. Best of luck with your stream. RNGesus be with you. And a hydrate.
Oh, we're off to a much better start this time. Now watch me not get arrows for
better.
like 2 hours. Thanks, Uncle. Head pats. Let's see. Is there anything else I can do in here? Oh yeah, there's one in here.
Corbett, who played this on the Game Boy Advance, was my first Zelda game. This was my first Zelda game too, but I played it on the Super Nintendo.
It is a classic.
It's one of the best, if not the best. Oh, sweet, some extra magic. That'll come in handy. Because you need magic to light shit on fire with the lantern, if I remember correctly.
That's right. Survey says...
Well, trick is, like, you're gonna need money eventually, so... That's the thing. There's only like... If that was 1 rupee, yeah, that would be garbage. 20, that's doable. That's workable.
Well, at least when we get enough rupees to buy arrows, we can beat the first dungeon.
Yeah.
We have everything we need to beat the first dungeon.
Yeah, because the sword isn't entirely necessary for the first dungeon.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way to town. I don't remember what we all looked up and went through. Town solely due to the prison and the fact that there's 4 chests in 1 room. Like, that's always the best place to start with randomizers. Is where can you get the most chests for the least effort? Sure, yeah. I see
and
Fancy
redeemed a swear timer.
Yep, I'll get the timer. And Fancy also asked if I listen to Coldplay. I do not listen to Coldplay. I know Viva La Vida. That's a decent song.
I listen to Coldplay under duress.
They, for how much people seem to hate them, I find their music inoffensive. It's
It,
uninteresting,
it
but it doesn't
it's
offend me. You know.
yeah, it's one of those things that like I would never actively listen to Coldplay. Same way that I would never actively listen to Nickelback. Like if they happened to pop on the radio and I was too lazy to change it, yeah, I'd listen to them and be like, okay. Like there's nothing inherently evil about Coldplay or Nickelback, which is kind of a hot take for some people, especially the Nickelback portion,
But Nickelback also exists to perpetuate a lot of really funny memes, like the photograph memes. Those are great.
look at this graph.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't think
Hey.
Coldplay's been memed quite as hard, but
Oh yeah, no, they've been memed way less.
I wouldn't consider myself a fan, but I'm not gonna go out and say they're the worst band ever.
Yeah, I would not say that they're not terrible, but they're not great. I would listen to them if they were on the radio, or in a situation where I couldn't skip the song to something I'd rather listen to.
I wonder what's in the library. I think it was a rupee last time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a singular rupee. I remember that.
Yep. There it is again.
Oh, at least this time it's 20 rupees. So if we're short scratched to go buy stuff from Zora, we know where to go.
All right, Kakariko. We can go to the bar. Could talk to Bottleman. Go to the jail.
Bottleman in jail.
Eric says, "Okay, but you listen to Warm Play." Yeah, lukewarm play.
Lukewarm play. Yeah.
The alternate group to Coldplay. What we got? Ooh, all right. Magic powder.
That's not a bad place to start.
That means we can also deal with the anti-fairies, assuming we have enough magic.
Yeah. What's it saying? Warm stage show?
Warm stage show. There you go.
I'm trying to think like if there's any other like bands that are like objectively like they just get dunked on repeatedly. Like
Besides Nickelback and Coldplay,
I know like the whole Theory of a Nickel Fault thing where they all sound exactly the same with Theory of a Dead Man, Nickelback, and Default.
Smash Mouth gets kind of dunked on a lot, but they also have the all-star memes, and I do think Walking on the Sun is a really good song, but
oh, that's a banger.
it doesn't help that the lead guy is kind of a douchebag.
More than kind of, but yeah, like
Okay, this guy doesn't have anything now, but we got to talk to him later, and I don't know what triggers it, but eventually he gives me something.
yeah, either that or he actually did take your money. I just don't remember how much the bottle cost in the canon game.
All right, let's do the jail.
Yeah, we're gonna get all but one treasure chest from it. Unless one of these treasure chests has bombs in it, then we can get all the treasure chests. Man, I really need to replay this game at some point. But I have so many games I need to replay that, like...
And games you just need to play for the first time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm grossly behind on games. I need to finish Tales of Arise so I can buy Horizon Forbidden West, so I can beat that, so I can buy Elden Ring.
Ah! More money. Hey, there's arrows. Okay, that's good.
Hey, you can use the bow. Hooray! Radiohead sometimes gets made fun of. I mean, I'm a creep, I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here?
I think Radiohead's mostly praised, though. Maybe some people dunk on them a little bit. Ooh.
They are generally well loved.
Bombos.
That's not bad either.
No bombs, though. We'll have to come back. Sorry, that says the funny Metal Gear Revengeance songs. Revengeance's soundtrack is great. They're not entirely, sophisticated songs, but they're not supposed to be. They're just fun and hype. Like Rules
Yeah,
of
it's not
Nature.
dissimilar to like, I would argue like modern Sonic songs. I really like them, but they're definitively they are butt rock.
Resetting the swear timer for
For Edward.
Edward. Yeah.
Let's see, what else can we grab in the village?
Oh, there's a bunch here. That's right.
Yeah, the 3 chests in the well.
Money.
4 chests.
Money. The flippers.
The flippers is good. That's great.
Nice. And I think we got the blue tunic here last time too, huh? It was in one of these.
I think you're right, yeah. Look
All
at
right.
that.
I don't have a weapon,
look
but
at
you know, things hurt
You know what?
less.
Yeah, things will hurt less, and you now have a drastic amount of mobility. You can get under the bridge where you can get one of the bottles in Canon Game, where he just gives you a bottle. So that's another free item.
Yep. We can also go check the mushroom spot in Lost Woods.
Yep. There's how much is at the lake now that I think about it? I'm trying to think of like what else can be picked up at the lake.
We can get at that island that's in the middle, in the right section of
Yeah.
that water area.
Yeah, and then there's all the stuff in the water area up in the northeast. I'm just trying to remember how much is up there to grab. And all the warp portals, all the warp Zoras. It's signed. Ooh, more arrows. Also might be worth grabbing the rupees just to plug that into being able to carry more arrows and bombs.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's see. We got the cave area that's towards the right, and then further up top we got the mushroom spot. Oh, you chode.
And Starlord's asking, I wonder what item the Zoro will give now.
Good question.
That's a very good question.
Maybe nothing.
Yeah, it could. For all we know, it could be a singular rupee. It could be a heart container.
Well, nothing here in the mushroom spot.
Well, you might as well pick it up.
Well, I'm not going to leave any rupees on the ground.
Oh yeah, never leave a rupee on the ground. That's perfectly good money. Who cares if it's ground money?
Oh my god.
Oh, the glove! Yes, that'll be glove level 1, right?
Yeah, isn't the Titan's mitt gold?
If I remember correctly, yeah. And also, normally the way that randomizers work is that it's all like you can get a level of item here.
Oh, we're definitely off to a better start this time as far as our options.
Oh yeah, like we've already opened up a ton of usage. Like theoretically speaking, we can finish the first dungeon.
Just need a weapon.
We also need to check out the sanctuary.
That's true.
Because there's at least one free chest in there.
Could do that.
And now that we have the Titan's mitt, we can push the graves around. So we can just get dropped directly into the room that we need to get into. No boots yet.
Yeah, no boots. No shovel. No net. Right,
No maidens.
No maidens. Hey, bombs.
Bombs is good.
Remember that next time I'm in town. Now we can hit the graves.
That's gonna real help.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, he mad. Yeah, that's a danger shrub. Good to know.
I have no hearts. Oh, I'm down here. Well,
Yeah,
it's a good
because
thing I
that
have
drops you
bombs.
into the. Because it drops you directly beside the room which has 3 treasure chests, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. All right.
Now they have bombs.
Just need to not die to the little minor enemies.
Yeah, that'd
Hearts?
be kind of embarrassing.
There you go.
Oh yeah, and the church folks the church dude will heal you.
Yeah, I'll have to test that because there's no interactable prompts with the dialogue like you normally get, but I'll try next time I'm there.
Right.
All right, we got money. The cape? Okay. We will need that for
Cape?
that spike room
Oh right.
later.
Yeah.
Arrows. All right.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's not a bad haul at all. And the cape already, jeez.
Hey, I see Draft. Draft Swine's here. What's up, Draft?
Hello, Mr. Draft. Go. Kill some rats using jars. An average New York Tuesday.
Yeah, I get no interactable prompts with the priest or Zelda. I think it has to do with how the mod sets this part up automatically.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Eric asking, what was the cape used for? There are certain spike floors that you use it to hover over, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it turns you invisible, which renders you unhittable by the enemies, but you also negate floor hazards.
Yeah.
It's very situational. It's used to get a couple key items, but it's not a super critical item. We're gonna try to get them all, though.
Yeah, you find that out about a lot of items in most Zelda games, actually. Like, even having played Ocarina of Time randomizers, it's in those that you begin to realize, there's some items that you literally only need for, like, 1 or 2 treasure chests. Technically speaking, the Lens of Truth, you can get through most of the game without it.
Okay.
Lens of Truth, the level 2 gloves, like the golden gauntlets, you need for literally, I think, two rocks. One that gets you double defense and one that gets you, one you have to have, but you have to have it for Ganon's tower.
Right. They're all critical, but they're not necessarily going to be crucial for the entirety of the game.
Exactly. Right, we can hop down into the river and
This is gonna go. I can't get through here. I'll loop around and try and hit under the bridge before I forget.
Yeah. Eric saying the flying boots aren't needed for the dungeon boss in Ocarina. Yeah, the hover boots are actually completely unnecessary for Twin Rova. Although actually no, now that I think about it, you do need the Lens of Truth for one boss, and that's Bongo Bongo. I think that's like the one situation in which that's the one classic, oh, you didn't get this item in the dungeon, but you need it to beat the boss. Or no, it was the Mirror Shield. It was Flying Boots for Bongo Bongo, it was Mirror Shield for Twin Rova. Twin Rova absolutely needed her weapon.
Oh, it seems like in the later games they did an interesting twist on gimmicks when it came to items. I think Link Between Worlds was one of the most unique sort of changes in the formula for how they did weapons with the whole renting system. I liked that. It was different.
Oh, I loved that. It was really well nuanced. It was in the sense that it made it clear that you didn't necessarily need every item. Every item was handy, but not every item was necessary.
Bombs. Didn't change the animation.
Okay, at least now we know. Yeah. Robrick saying, you're making me want to play this again. I mean, fair, go for it. Heck, try the randomizer.
Yeah, it's a fun challenge. If you just search a link to the Past Randomizer, like on Google, you can go to the main site for the community, and you can generate the ROM for the game. You just need to go grab an unmodded version of the Japanese ROM of this game, because that's what they use to load all the custom stuff. And then you basically upload that, and you can set your parameters in the game for, what you want, to what extent you want randomized and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then just load it up and stick it in an emulator.
And just fire it, ready to go. Which emulator are you using, by the way?
This is 9X.
Oh, 9X. Oh, the classic, yeah.
Yeah, I used to use the ZSNES. This one's a little bit easier to use for streaming and capture.
Yeah, ZSNES is not friendly to it's not friendly to emulation. I use BizHawk for most things because BizHawk is like a universal catch-all for anything that's pre N64 basically, or N64 and prior.
Oh, really? Does it read all basic ROM formats?
Basically, yeah. Like you can do I know you can do N64, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Super Nintendo off, sure. Because Crowd Control actually uses BizHawk for basically everything.
Okay, you might have to link me to where I can get an EXE for that, because I've been trying to get something that'll do advanced ROMs and not require me to do a lot of extra work.
Yeah, without resorting to Visual Boy Advance.
I think, is that the one I'm using? That one was really, really finicky when it came to mapping controls. It was really making me mad.
Yeah, it's real touchy about controls, and it doesn't capture as nicely on stream.
Yeah, well, that other one works, and I can get to work with some of the advanced ROMs I have. I'd love to play that on stream. Still want to do Breath of Fire 2. Ooh, another
Breath of Fire 2 would be a good, cool one.
Not only did we get a bottle, but we got a golden bee bottle.
Huh.
That's nice.
Very nice.
Arrows, money.
So not bad, not a bad one. Corbrick saying I use RetroArch, and saying I can never beat Link to the Past. So I don't think I could beat it with the mod. I mean, that's fair.
You'll just have to beat it normally first, and then once you know the game, then try it with the randomizer.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you think we should go and explore and try and find some more items or heart containers, or do you think we should try and attempt Dungeon 1 with 3 hearts and no sword?
I would say it's worth, especially because we have the glove. We have a lot of capacity for actually getting extra treasure chests. So like, if we hop down into the swamp area, like we could drain the water and get an item there for sure. I don't know how much we could grab out of the desert, but I think there's a couple items we can grab.
Okay, I'll make my way south.
Yeah, it's more a matter of just because there is a decent amount that's just floating around on the overworld. I think there's at least a couple more bomb doors we can really play around, like where the ice rod is, theoretically.
Yep. Go. This is a cave in the middle. Oh no, that's a warp point, isn't it? That's the cave.
Yeah, that one's a warp point with the. I think it's normally a piece of heart up there. Yeah, I think this is also a warp. Yeah, under the black rock.
Huh.
Oh, right, yeah. This is one where you just straight up 100 rupees increases your carry capacity.
This wasn't set up this way in the original game, though, I don't think.
I don't believe it was, no. Because normally what you would have to do is throw in arrows or bombs, and then she would say, hey, also throw in money and you'll be able to carry more. This one, it just takes out the animation portion.
This is different from the Fountain of Wishing or wherever you just throw straight in money and after enough you get an upgrade. Okay. Bombs.
I was to say right now you need more bomb. You need more bomb carry. You can only carry like 5, maybe 10.
Yeah, we're gonna be.
Getting that up to 15 is gonna be way too handy.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially swordless.
No swords. All right, we'll hook down to the right. Check out those caves.
Yeah, and then we can take the bottom route over to the swamp.
I have to start using my arrows. Okay, this is the ice cave.
Hey, free crab murder.
Survey says. Ooh, all right.
Oh, mirror. Okay, no, that's a big help. It's now third dungeon has now been unlocked. That one I don't think we can beat without the sword, because I don't think the final boss you can really. Like, the final boss you could theoretically do without the sword, but man, would it be a massive pain.
Moldorm?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you could shoot it with the bow. Oh.
You'd have to have some somewhat impeccable luck.
Yeah, that'd be difficult, especially when it starts moving really quick.
Exactly.
I'm gonna die.
Going on an adventure. Murdering things with the power of bushes. Bush murder. Oh, yep, there's the death. Oh, on the plus side, we can warp back to the house that gets us closer to the swamp.
Cue the crab rave. Alright, yeah.
Crab rave for death.
Straight south, we hit the swamp. I guess I can hook towards the desert too. See if any stuff over there.
There's a couple of caves over there we can do, but then it's just more a matter of getting back out of the desert's a bit of a walk. But that's okay.
There it is.
Perfect. Eric saying getting the grappling hook would be very good in these runs. Yeah, if you get that early on, that makes a big difference.
Cash money. Yeah, the hook shot would be nice because it can be used for traversal and it can be used to flat out attack things.
Yeah, and simply put, a zero ammunition required ranged weapon would never be unwelcome in a run like this.
That is also going to come in handy.
Yeah. Because, man, those things suck. Honestly, just anti-fairs and generals, meh. Don't like them.
Ooh.
Don't need them.
All right.
That's a wicked thing to get early on.
I'll have to go to that spot by the blacksmith shop where you have the altar and you throw the powder to get the demon that gives you that particular power up. See what we get instead.
Yeah.
half capacity or half use consumption rather of magic. Very, very handy.
Yeah, that's especially in this game because this game has a lot of different abilities that rely on magic usage. Like almost all of them are pretty darn handy.
Well, if nothing else, just for lantern shenanigans.
Lantern shenanigans alone, yeah. Oh yeah, this is just oops all rupees. Which hey, that's not a bad thing.
Ah, meta humor.
Get us some rupees.
Starlight says, good run. Yeah, I'm not going to say that we didn't need to start with the lantern, but we should have considerably less obstacles for forward progress.
Yeah,
just based on our pulls. Yeah. Still no sword, though.
Yep, only way to find it at this point, only way we're going to get the sword is just continue to try to keep running through as much as we can. That being said, because is the lock on the Master Sword door still there? Like, will we need to get the Master Sword to, or at least the level 2 sword?
I believe so.
Yeah. Because if it's there, which means we're Light World stuck with the exception of Spectacle Rock.
Yeah. Okay. That wasn't very helpful.
I had a fish dinner once. That was the thing.
Ooh, all right. What we got? Ooh, okay. All right. I don't even think we got that last time.
Oh no. No, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't get it. We got a thing for the net boy. Which reminds me, didn't he just want to see a bottle?
Yes. We can make our way back.
Yeah, we can go back to town and we can show him the bottle. Also, we might have enough rupees that the actual bottle salesperson might actually give us a thing.
And we could try and test out the demon altar thing with the powder.
Yeah, and the demon altar with the powder, and there's the one bomb chest in the jail. And the bomb chest in the well.
Yeah. See, there's anything else to get in the desert? I can make my way back to town, I think.
Sarah asking, how much do you get for selling the golden bee?
You could sell it?
I don't think...
I don't know if you can sell it in this game. You can let it out and have it wreak havoc on your foes. But I don't think I've ever seen a thing where you can sell it in this game.
Yeah. A Link to the Past, it is... Yeah, it can be caught and used to defeat enemies. Every boss except Mothula is immune to it. Apparently Mothula is not immune to bees. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
It will remain by Link's side for a much longer period of time. Yeah, it's a valuable ally, and you can recatch it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's only in a Link Between Worlds, though. You can buy one from a man in the Lost Woods for 888 rupees. But if you sell it to the bee guy, he gives you a bee badge first, and then 300 rupees per.
Sour says, I think there's someone in town that would buy it, but we'll keep our eyes out.
Yeah, Zelda Wiki says there isn't someone to sell it to, but...
Alright, where's Sick Boy? Here you are. Alright. 10 arrows.
Oh. At least now you know not to check on me. That's the thing, is like that's the fun part about randomizers is even if you get something terrible, at least now you know you don't have to check there anymore.
Oh. Alright. Now we're cooking with gas.
That's gonna make a big difference.
Ice rod. We don't have the mallet.
Yeah, Yeah, get the mallet and you're beyond golden.
Hey, Froggy's in chat. What's up,
Hello,
Froggy?
Froggy. Saying I love A Link to the Past so much.
Have you
Well,
ever?
do we have a treat for you? Want to
Yeah,
see it played? Want to see it played completely differently from how you remember because everything's randomized?
it's Link to the Past, but played poorly. But we're
Well,
doing
played
good.
okay. We're played okay considering the fact that the game is randomized to fight us.
Yeah, we were. Oh, I can turn the timer off. We are doing much better this time. Just don't have a sword yet.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
Zelda fandom says to release the gold bean near the merchant for 100 rupees. Yeah, that's not worth it.
Hmm. All right, what we got? Piece of heart.
Yeah, won't complain.
What we got?
More
Two,
health is always good.
two more.
Yep, you're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer.
Aerosmith. I think I've done that joke before.
You may have, but it's still funny. Like if you laugh every time, kind of thing.
I'm gonna go check out the
Wait, isn't
blacksmith
there
spot.
isn't the bomb wall in the well as well?
Is there? Oh, let's look.
If I remember correctly, there was. Because I
have-
think we hit it last time.
I have streamer short-term memory, Matt. I will have to rely on you to keep a mental log of the super critical points of interests.
Fair enough. You're after asking, is it regular randomized or malicious randomized?
Oh, you're right.
What?
Regular.
Regular? Malicious being like full insanity. Like, to me, malicious is like small keys are mixed in with chests around the overworld as well.
Doors. All doors.
Or and doors, yeah. Where the map itself is randomized. That's super malicious.
Sweet. Straight up heart container.
Hey. Can't complain.
That's the thing that's kind of fun about the way they set up the randomizer parameters. If you want to make it the most impossible, like, masochistic run, you could turn all that stuff on and make it so, like, every time you go in a door, it could potentially be a dungeon. Every pot, well, I don't know about every pot, but every pickup point is randomized.
Yeah. Still remember, I'm pretty sure Games Done Quick had a race of it at one point. It was a randomizer of Link to the Past and Super Metroid combined. So, like, you could literally enter a door in Link to the Past, and it moves you back to playing Super Metroid. And items are randomized in both. So, like, you could get Link to the Past items in your Super Metroid. And vice versa.
That's crazy. Okay, we need the mallet in order to do this one. To come back.
Okay, well, that's fair. I think from here... Oh, malicious, like, true randomizer with possible soft lock. That was our last... that was our first attempt.
Yeah, the thing does say you can put yourself into an unbeatable situation if you're not careful. For us, it was just a matter of unnavigatable areas. Like, we could have got through it, but it was painful. It's like,
Yeah, you could get through it if you were like, if you knew exactly what you needed to navigate in a room where you were going entirely off of memory.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but my memory isn't that good.
Well, with our two brain cells combined. Let's see, is there anything else?
Other than maybe you could go up the mountain, go to Spectacle Rock because there's an item for free up there.
Okay.
Like you could go up the mountain if you wanted. We have the lantern, so the dark rooms aren't an issue. You could do the first dungeon. We have everything we need for that. And theoretically speaking, we could start going through the... We'd start going through the third dungeon if we wanted. Second dungeon is no dice, but Well, that's one way to get back to the start of the room.
Yeah, I totally did that on purpose. Oh, hey, yeah, alright. You're there. This other side from the hole. Yep, alright.
Yeah. Because, yeah, and you have to help the old man up. I remember that.
We couldn't even get to the end of this because we couldn't see anything last time.
Yeah, because it was pitch black. Yeah, and just trying to navigate this room in pitch black would have been an absolute nightmare.
With pitfalls.
Yeah.
This is the guy that gives you the mirror normally, right?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, Lord. Oh! Alright.
Oh, look at that. You're ready to Dark World.
Still no sword. Hmm.
At least you're fully healed and can continue up the mountain. 'Cause I wonder what's on top of Spectacle Rock. I remember last time it was the shield.
Yeah, the base shield was up there.
Yeah. Which is not a bad thing to have.
I think there's also a treasure chest in the cliffside when you jump off the ledges.
Oh, right.
And if we can get to the Dark World, we can do the spiked floor one, right? Now that we have the cape?
Yes. Yeah, we can.
Alright. Just need to head.
So we have several options.
What was in here?
That's an alternate way down the mountain, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Another cave we couldn't look at before.
So I'd imagine a Zelda heal like in Kirby Superstar. Oh, eating food and smooching? Yeah.
Imagine if Link just inhaled his enemies.
And got powers based on them. Oh. The original, like, just straight up a piece of heart on top of the...
Ooh.
Well, we found a sword.
Am I able to get here? I have to go around, I think.
Go around. That's through the Dark World, ain't it? Like, if you Dark World warp to a spot and...
I think so. Well, I guess we can figure it out here.
Yeah, we're about to find out the easy way?
Let me do the platform one here. Where is it? Is it? Yeah. Eric says, "Oh boy, smooching time."
Oh boy.
80s Link would totally get canceled nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how you do it. Okay.
Never mind. You have
Well.
sword now. So how about that first dungeon? or the third dungeon, honestly.
Level 1 sword.
Yeah. Draft saying Banani would be popping off.
Read or the owl will eat you. Also on topic.
Like, unfortunately, well timed on topic.
Ooh, too bad I don't have an extra bottle. I'll leave the golden bee in there for now.
Yeah.
We get to the Dark World and some of the mobs start becoming more difficult. It'll be worth having
We
that.
just start hurling bees at them.
Not the bees!
Bees! They're in my eyes! Ah!
Oh, Nick. You lovable weirdo.
I still need to see his newest movie.
I heard the other one he did, the Five Nights at Freddy's one. Was
Oh,
pretty
Willy's
interesting
Wonderland.
Yeah.
That was great.
Did he have no dialogue in that whole movie?
Yeah, he didn't say a word. He screamed when he was fighting things, but he did not say a single word all movie.
I wonder if that cost more or less to book.
I don't know.
Alright, we can do some stuff here in the
Yeah,
Dark
we
World.
can at least get the that piece of heart.
Yeah. Sarah
like I
says,
said,
Morshu, my beloved. The meme god. Lamp oil. Rope.
come back here a little richer.
All right, where's the spiked floor one?
Yeah, Hurricane's just jumping off over
Oh, you need the mallet. That's right. Okay.
here. Hey, you need them out to get to the spike floor, to go across the spike floor to go.
Smug little mole bastards. Taunting you.
Gotta beat him in the head. We need a mod where we can kill the owl with the slingshot arrows and grapple hook. See, the mod, like the owl, Kapora, I have very little qualms with it, solely due to the fact that, like, you don't see him nearly as often as you remember.
And he's not Navi.
Yeah, he's not Navi bad. He's not constantly in your face. The thing that's offensive about Kapora is the fact that he changes the where the no and the yes is when you're like, did you understand all that?
Oh, yeah.
Or changes it to like, would you like me to tell you this again?
If you just spam the button without looking, you'll get to hear the entire exposition all over again.
Exactly. So he makes you pay attention to the detriment of everyone who has to deal with him.
Let's see. Is there anything worth getting over here? Nope. Need the mallet. I guess we can try this dungeon since we're here.
Yeah, I mean, we're here. We might as well see how far we can get, right? Might as well try out the Tower of Hera.
This was the one that gives you the pearl normally, right?
Yes, this one, its big item is the pearl. And yeah, you couldn't get too far in here without the sword, solely due to the fact that you'd run out of arrows faster.
Or bombs.
Or bombs. Hey, the shield! That's a welcome addition to the party.
Over here. Awesome.
Sweet. Now you're as kitted out as you possibly could need to be.
Now I gotta remember all the different bits in this one. I haven't done this dungeon forever. There's these things.
3 swings or 1 hole drop. Yes. Oh, Nocturnal saying bounce back projectiles. Draft saying, can we all talk about how much power you hold to the bike lock? You can add an extra lock to a bike or close a business. I mean, technically, yes.
I guess that is technically true. I needed a big key for that. That is forward progress to the boss, I think.
Yes. Oh, just straight up another chest.
Oh, well, there we go. There's the big key.
Oh, that was easy. And then the door up there requires a small key, which we clearly do not have.
I decided not to randomize keys across dungeons. I'm pretty sure I turned that off. Yeah.
Yeah. Nocturnal saying, I admittedly have a bit of a beef with this game. I mean, that's fair.
This game?
Yeah, this one in particular.
In general, I've found Link to the Past to be pretty much universally praised.
Well, if you have beef with it because it was just a pain in the butt to beat when you were a kid, like, that I get. I mean, there's a lot of games I played when I was younger that I'm just like, man, this game is just a pain in my ass.
A lot of the really difficult action platformer type games, I didn't end up beating until a little bit later.
Yeah.
I didn't beat the first Ninja Gaiden until much later when I was a bit older, but I still loved the game when I was younger and playing it. Just couldn't,
Yeah.
beat the whole thing.
Yeah, I remember, like, there's a lot of older fighting games. I did not beat arcade mode till I was mid-teens at earliest. Like Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I never beat M Bison until I was like in my teens, and I had that game from when I was like barely double digits in age.
What do we got? Regular key. Let's drop down from above to get there. I think.
Yeah, that sounds exactly right. Because then you would get from here you would get the big box.
Oh, we're almost at the boss. Really? We're almost at the boss?
Oh yeah, because the boss ain't far from here. And there's all those bomb walls.
That aren't actually bombable.
Yeah, which is just a pain.
Is this one, though? This lone one on the side? I'll try it.
Oh, Nocturnal Blade saying, I'm not saying it's bad, I just lost interest in it for 14 years. Didn't touch it, I got to the Skull Woods and didn't touch it for all the time. Eventually went back and beat it. It wasn't hard, I just had no desire to go back.
It is an investment. Like, this game does take a while to get all the way through, especially if you're not following a guide or something else.
Yeah. Starlad's asking if we've ever played The Binding of Isaac.
I have not. I've watched some other people play it, though. It looks really fun.
I'm pretty sure I own it. Pretty sure being, like, the key thing. I don't. I thought I did. I've played it, though. I have played Binding of Isaac. I've never beaten it.
Alright, before we head up to the boss... Let's see, where is... Is this one? Yes. Alright, what we got? Big chest. Ah.
Oh, that's a kick in the ass.
I guess I should go look at the stuff one floor down with the regular key door. See if there's any other items to be had there.
Because there's got to be a chest down there. There's got to be something of value. Even if it's not super valuable, it's got some sort of value.
Can't remember. If we fall into the little torch brazier things, is that just fairies again? Or is there...
I feel like it is.
Right.
And that's if you can even fall into those ones.
I think you can.
Oh, no. Oh right, you can. Oh, the tile room.
Oh boy.
Pick.
I'm gonna try and pick up a pot. Nope, I'm gonna get pegged in the head instead.
Well, on the plus side, you can still make your way back here.
Watch there be nothing useful down here.
Yeah, absolutely nothing of value. Nothing but repeated death.
Crap. Whoops, I got stuck on the wall. You can swap those things with your sword too, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. You absolutely can. Give him a good old slap.
Just don't miss.
Just don't miss.
Oh, come on. Surprised I still do decent damage. Even with the level 2 tunic.
Yeah, like they're still doing a heart of damage. Like,
I was thinking, what if I let the bee out, if it'll kill them before the tiles hit me, but while that'd be funny, I think that'd be a waste.
yeah, that would definitely be a waste.
I really wish my analog stick worked with this emulator. I'm having to use my D-pad. It's a little bit finicky. Alright, I see you, Eric.
Oh yeah, good idea. The round attack, yeah.
Essentially only get one, though.
I also find that if you just sit in, I think it's the bottom right corner, face left, and just mash swing, that also gives you opportunity to. Yeah, because then essentially your sword swing is hitting.
Yay, boss defeated. Jesus, there better be something good down here.
Yeah, I really hope there is. What was all this effort for?
I got arrows. Might as well use them.
You also have a nice rod.
You have a nice rod. Okay, there's a chest down here. Normally
I guess you need to lantern.
Yeah, this is normally the compass? Oh, I should have waited. Whatever.
Yeah, that sounds about right. This would be the compass of the map normally.
Okay. Well,
Hey, look at that compass.
that was a waste of time. But had to be sure.
Lesson learned.
If we skipped something and it was critical, then I'd probably be kicking myself for the rest of the playthrough.
Yeah, exactly. Starlight saying the shield's only for arrows. Yep. And even then, you have to be real good, especially with the first level of shield.
Small projectiles you can deflect to, depending on what level of shield you have. Aw.
Yeah, the way out would be to arrow.
If I could see where it was, I'll just go one floor down. It's fine.
Yeah, just go one floor down, knock the thing, and
run away frantically from the floor. Or let it kill me. And get more life. That works too. Speedrun strats.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, speed run for, not having to. As long as you're not doing like a deathless run.
Oh no. I am no pro. But now we're good to just head straight to the boss, right?
Yeah. I think we're good to go. Yeah, right there.
That's going to be not an easy fight, considering I only have 4 hearts.
Yeah, that's... hike our way back up this tower. Well, there's a question for you, Raku.
Mm-hmm.
What, in any Zelda game that you've played, what is your favorite dungeon that you've had?
Favorite dungeon. I'd say the majority of my experience with Zelda is with probably this game is when I played the most. I'm gonna flip the switches so I can get those pots. I'll have to think about that one for a bit. Does that include the old ones?
Yeah, I'd say that includes all of them. Like any Zelda. Nocturnal Bleed said the Ice Mansion from Twilight Princess. That was a good one. I did really enjoy that.
It's a bit of a more obscure older pull, but I like I think it's the 6th palace in the second Zelda. It's the one that's purple, and it has all these kind of false floors and pitfalls that you fall through. And it's kind of annoying to navigate, but the layout is really neat.
Yeah. That's a cool one.
Yeah. I like Zelda 2 a lot. It's a weird game, and it's very hard, but it's neat. Maybe I'll play that one on stream sometime. That's going to be a long playthrough, because that game is difficult.
Yeah, that game's a toughie. I would say my favorite would probably be... Oh, that's real tough. I really enjoyed Snowhead Dungeon in Majora's Mask. Like, just all the different puzzles with rolling around as Goron Link, and the final boss, which is literally just a giant rolling arena where the main strategy is just to speed demon him down.
Right.
Yeah, that fight was a blast.
So it's
And
probably
when you go back and
probably a good idea to have a fairy on hand. If I had an extra bottle, I would have grabbed one of those fairies, but unfortunately, it's full of bees.
Unfortunately, this boss is immune to bee.
You don't get a boss theme. That's interesting.
Huh.
Normally we have the boss music when we transition, but not for this.
To be fair, this boss is very unique in the sense that, like, you don't immediately get thrown into a fight with him, and you can kind of like watch him.
Yeah.
Or
it's not. That's right. It's not too difficult of a fight until you hit the boss. Like, was it 4 or 5 times and start spazzing out?
Yeah, and then he goes super fast. And the fact that, like, hit him in anywhere that isn't his tail, and it bounces you. So
damage resets each time too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh.
Can you shoot it?
Ooh.
Can you use arrows on the tail? Like, assuming you're lucky enough to hit it?
Oh, yeah. Assuming your aim is good, I think so. I believe bombs also work, but that's also a matter of being able to actually, predict that he's going to be where he needs to be for the bomb to hit him.
Yeah.
Starlet saying, I like Zelda 2, 80% blind finding Zelda dolls. And the final dragon is a rival to Water Temple in Ocarina of Time, or maybe worse.
Some of the later parts of the second Zelda are very well hidden, and the townsfolk aren't always the most clear with their hints. So if you don't know what you're doing, you can get lost and you get stuck.
Yeah, they're not Castlevania 2 bad, but man.
Yeah. Have you ever played Castlevania 2 Redacted? Or Redaction? The Redaction version?
I haven't, but I've heard of it. Where essentially it cleans up a lot of like the hints and makes the game just a little bit cleaner to play.
Yeah, I have the ROM for it if you want. I've played through it before. It
it
improves the experience significantly. And I do like Castlevania 2, but the original version is incredibly flawed. like, incredibly flawed. But the redaction version fixes a lot of that. They tried something new. Wasn't implemented the best, but they tried something new.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm okay that they gave it a shot.
And then abandoned that formula for pretty much every game up until Symphony of the Night.
And Symphony of the Night didn't even use the exact same formula. It gave, like, close enough.
Yeah, well, the only real carryover was, like, an inventory system and levels. I guess technically it's a Metroidvania formula in Simon's Quest, just not in the traditional sense with, like, save rooms and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that map makes no sense. I had to use a guide way back in the day in order to beat it. Things don't, like, progress linearly, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, where it feels like the starting ideas of an open world.
And he hit me. All right.
As open as an NES game can be, at least.
Well, yeah, and like you're basically going from town to the mansion dungeons and whatnot.
Yeah.
But there's different branching paths that don't follow an actual like linear map.
Yeah.
Starlad says the enemies in Zelda 2 are difficult. Yeah, that's true. That was the debut of things like Iron Knuckle.
Just some of the OG extra hard bosses, or extra hard fights. Heck, Dark Link.
Unless you cheese it.
Oh. So, I have an opinion about cheesing, and that's if it wasn't a legitimate strategy, the game wouldn't let you do it.
That's true.
If it's a legitimate strategy to cheese a fight.
Thanks for the save reminder, Corebreak.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, and see, thinking of like what my favorite dungeon is, but then I'm also trying to think what my least favorite dungeon is. And I want to try to not default to a water temple, because water temple Ocarina of Time is rough. But I don't know if it would be my least favorite dungeon.
Well, you wouldn't say it's your most favorite dungeon though, because I don't think I've ever heard that said about any water temple.
Oh God, no.
I remember the one in this game not being, egregious.
Yeah, because that's the swamp one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that one being not bad. The boss fight, because that's where you get the hook shot, is in that water dungeon. Because remember the fight is I forget its name, but it's the jellyfish with the other jellyfish with the smaller ones. I forget what it's called in this game.
I remember that fight. You have to yank the little things off and swat them.
Yeah.
And you fight almost the exact same boss in Misery Mire, I think. Big slime eyeballs.
Yes.
Oh, what I wouldn't give for projectiles.
Yeah, because I don't know. Because I imagine the ice rod straight up wouldn't work on this boss, or just solely the fact that you wouldn't normally get the ice rod before this, would you?
I don't think so. I realize this is taking a long time, folks, but I suck at this boss.
This boss, it's the nature of the beast.
I still don't have a ton of
Oh man, that double drop though. Well, is he just saying get good?
That's the plan.
It is inevitable. You'll get good. You have no choice.
We've already made considerable progress compared to last stream.
Oh yeah, this is...
Like, we actually see a boss. We didn't get to a boss last time.
Yeah. Do you want to try some magic items? Just to see what happens?
I could try, Bombos.
Yeah, just bombos it, see what happens.
You can attack when you have the cloak on, right? It's just...
Yeah, it essentially just makes you...
Invisibility.
Impervious. Yeah.
Alright. Nope.
But can you get bumped? Yeah, I'm assuming, yeah. Yep, no effect. He went right over the tail.
Aw. was gonna try and toss that. Can't you, well, I guess we can test it. If bombs work, couldn't you toss bombs from outside the ring if they did damage?
Oh, that's a good idea.
I guess we can test it.
Oh, science.
Problem is, it's only gonna work when it's in lower phases. Because once it's moving around really quickly, you're not gonna land a bomb.
Yeah. Sarah saying Forest Temple is my least favorite. Fire Dungeon was my top pick next to Shadow Temple.
Don't think that did anything.
It didn't. Yeah, I think projectiles are. Yeah, they bounce off his body. So. Could you cloak when he gets close to you and then just decloak and swing?
I could, but I think that would be just overall a big drain on magic. Even with half consumption, I think it would just burn my magic pretty quick.
Yeah, it's true.
Let's see. Normally when you get here, you still have a level 1 sword, but I'm trying to remember if there's any other pro strats for doing this. I guess just positioning better so that I don't send myself flying into the abyss every time I miss or get hit. Yeah, easier said than done. While I'm beating my head against this wall, if you're talking about Zelda bosses, Matt, who would your favorite boss be?
That's a tough one. I really enjoyed the Ganondorf fight from Twilight Princess because I felt like, no, the Ganondorf fight from Wind Waker is superior. That fight feels like a genuinely because it's literally like Doomsday sword fight. Everything is crashing around you. It just the cinematic feel of it is beautiful. So it's probably that or possibly the first fight from Majora's Mask, the swamp boss. I forget his name. He's a lot of fun too.
I don't know the majority of the Zeldas, so it's kind of tough for me to get context, but it's good picks.
Yeah.
I'd have to think about favorite bosses.
Oh, it's Argus is the one in this game. That's the jellyfish with the little jellyfishes.
Oh, okay.
That one wasn't a bad fight.
Think of the iconic fights in games I've played. I really like the Aghanim fight from this one.
Yeah, Aghanim's a classic.
It forces you to be a lot more careful, and it's kind of the first real serious fight before you head to the Dark World. I say that as this giant centipede is giving me a lot of trouble.
Yeah. I also need to go back and replay Oracle of Ages Seasons. Those were really good games.
I never got a chance to own those. I played Awakening, and then the next handheld one I played but never beat was Minish Cap.
Oh, Minish Cap is great too.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Link's Awakening, of course, is a classic. I'm not speedrun quality on that, because I can beat the original and probably, if I wanted to, one sitting 3 hours, but that's far from speedrun. But no, Oracle of Seasons and Ages is really good and unique in the sense that they were actually not made by Nintendo.
Those are Capcom games, right?
Yeah, those are Capcom's. Which is part of the reason that we'll probably never see a remake of them, which makes me very sad because I love them very much.
Even just a re-release would be nice.
Yeah. Closest we have to a re-release is that they were released on the 3DS eShop.
I can't see why they wouldn't have the ability to port those to something like the Switch's shop. Maybe they will. You never know. Didn't they re-release Link's Awakening? No, they remade it. That was on 3DS, right?
Yes.
It's the one with the 3D environments. I need to play that. I heard that was really good.
Yeah. At some point, I also wanted to get a hold of a copy of Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land. So I've heard there aren't bad games. Like, it's Tingle.
Tingle for Smash.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what the internet would have rioted if they put that character in? It would have been funny, but people would have been so salty.
There would have been so much combat involved, and none of it contenting. That and that being said, having played Hyrule Warriors, and having played as Tingle in Hyrule Warriors, he's actually a fun character to play as.
I enjoyed Hyrule Warriors. I spent a lot of time playing that game.
Oh yeah, I put a ton of time into the Wii U version.
I haven't played a Musou game in a while. It was
the
last one they released on Switch was Warriors Orochi 4? 3 or 4? I
think so, yeah.
I really like those games. They're come on. Just the fact that you have billions of characters to play through. If I want to turn my brain off and just like grind massive waves of enemies and get weapons and build out skills for all these crazy over the top characters, that's pretty fun. It's not sophisticated, but good mindless fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited because later in June, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes comes out.
Oh,
and I know Wazzy and I are going to be picking that one up for sure.
You know what's disappointing? They made a Berserk Musou game, and it apparently was not very good.
And that's a franchise that would do so well for it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Mobile Suit games were also pretty good, but I kind of fell off on those.
Yeah, the Dynasty Warriors Gundam, they were fun, but they're also dry. They're very dry for Musou, and that's saying something for a Musou game. Also the fact that they replaced the English dub actor for Domon Kashu. I'm just like, it's just not the same. It's just not right.
Got the G Gundam guy?
Yeah.
Kind of makes you wonder what other franchises are gonna adapt in the Musou model. Like when they finish Fates and the Fire Emblem stuff.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think like what would be.
Have they done a Tales franchise Musou game? Seems like that'd be a good one.
They have not, but they have done Tales of the World, which is like a crossover RPG in the Tales style. Like where essentially you had all of the more recent Tales games, as well as I think a couple of the classics like Tales of Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Legend of Zelda got one, and it did phenomenally well. It actually got two, because it got the Breath of the Wild one, Age of Calamity.
Oh yeah, I never did play that. Heard that was good.
Yeah, I heard that one's actually really good.
You think they'd ever do a
content
Mario?
Is still coming out for it.
Think they'd ever do a Mario Musou game? Oh, come on.
I don't think they do a Mario Musou game. Honestly, I was shocked they did a Mario XCOM game. Is that Mario vs. Rabbids is literally just XCOM with a Mario skin on it.
That's right. What a weird crossover.
I've heard it's great. Yeah, I'm just more shocked they'd give Mario a gun.
Hmm.
Even a cartoon again. It still feels a little weird.
Is that all my hearts? I might have to jump out of the dungeon. I think I've gotten like within 1 or 2 swings of killing this thing, and I get flung off the platform.
Oh. Fuck it, no facts. Oh, did we
I turned it off.
Oh, you turned it off.
I turned it off just so I wouldn't have to stop and like pull up the list and disrupt the playthrough.
That's fair. Corbrick saying I have Minish Cap and Link to the Past Game Boy Advance versions on RetroArch. Sarlet saying that they have Mario Rabbids and they love the gameplay. No drop a beat either. Was just saying rude.
Save up your points.
Yeah. Sourlad wanting a GVA collection on Switch. Corbrick wanting Minish Cap on Switch. I would love to get more like just better classic game collections on Switch, but I feel like we're just not gonna get them. It's just not happening.
Because Nintendo hates money.
Yeah, and they're finding more ways to make it to like there's a moral justification for emulation at this point.
It is weird. Hey, new follow from Adrian X Cortez.
That name sounds familiar.
I don't know if that X is supposed to be silent, but thanks for the follow.
Yeah, thank you for following, Adrian.
We're playing Link to the Past Randomized, and I'm getting stonewalled by the third boss, technically.
Yeah, Moldorm, the third boss.
It's okay. We're having very good discussions, just not a lot of forward progress.
There's only so much we can do with it.
Adrian says, hey everyone, just EDM fanatic here. There's nothing wrong with that. I like electronic music. I technically make electronic music now that I think about it.
Yeah, you do. There's many a beat.
I was trying to describe how I create my BGM tracks, and I was like, I guess that's considered like a type of electronic music, I guess.
Yeah.
It uses an electronic device.
Yeah, as your primary instrument. Just so happens that your primary instrument is also your voice.
Yeah, and a computer for all the editing. And
yeah,
I forgot to switch the thing.
And sorry, let's sing Nintendo. Don't pirate our stuff. Also, Nintendo, no more old games.
More like Nintendo. What is the internet and how does it work?
Yeah.
It is baffling how little they understand the internet. At some point, someone has to get employed at Nintendo that's not like 87 years old.
Yeah. So let's sing Can't Wait for Switch Sports. Also, Evan chat for Matt, former father.
Former father?
I had a kid.
Your father status has been revoked?
I didn't realize that it had been.
Yeah, I was going to say, and didn't even realize you were given father status.
Yeah, that would have been news to me.
Well, that's technically not true. You've got cats. You're a cat dad.
Yeah, that's true. I am a cat dad. That is a thing that I am.
And that makes Wazzy a crazy cat lady. Good thing she's not here anymore.
Or she might be. I don't know.
I bet she is. Wazzy says, I'm Pregante. Oh, that's a Monster Hunter monster.
Preganant.
Perganent.
Argent.
No.
I'll admit, this is another one of those situations where it's kind of fun to watch the stream on a delay, but hear you in real time. Because, like, I know you fell down, and then I get to watch you fall down a couple seconds later.
Are you not entertained? Chat?
I'm
I do not remember this boss giving me this much trouble back in the day. But I'm trying to think if I was geared differently. I think I just need to watch my positioning. In theory, I could come back and see if I get a sword power up and just do this faster, but I don't want to climb the whole tower again.
Yeah, or climb the whole mountain and then the tower.
Starlat says, me, Matt, had a son? What does that
Oh,
mean?
you made a me of me? A me?
I always thought the me concept was interesting, but I never really did much with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like,
I made myself and a couple, and like, I got a couple download ones. Like, I got a download one of Captain Falcon because I'm like, yeah, that's kind of funny. But then, like, that's about it.
if they really wanted to make money, which again, Nintendo just seems to be averse to doing in all forms, if they had a more robust avatar creator for the whole me program, and then put like a figure prints type service in place where people could get like a print of their me as an amiibo, I bet they'd make a ton of money off of that.
Oh, absolutely. Heck, I would have bought one.
Like, imagine if you could take certain me costumes that are things in like Smash, where they have the different brawler outfits and accessories, and put them on your own avatar and get a 3D print of that. They would make bank on something like that.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
But no.
So let's sing. You don't know about Matt, the Master of Sports? That sounds well. It sounds like the opposite of me. So no, I haven't heard of that.
Oh, the guy. I've heard of the guy. Yeah, he was from one of the later sports games.
Oh.
If you look it up, you might recognize him. He's a dude. He
Okay.
kind of became a bit of a meme. All right, getting close.
Getting real close.
He's zooming.
Knocking on wood.
Ha! Get wrecked. So I was one hit away probably about half a dozen times as you folks were watching.
Yeah.
Oh.
Stick bugged.
Oh.
Did it drop anything decent? 20 rupees. Are you kidding
Shoot me.
I mean, you did need the medallion. You still get the medallion for beating him.
I feel robbed. Matt.
Yeah, that's a little rough. Well, let's go into the first dungeon. Let's get you another 20 rupees.
All right. Is there anything else we can do in the Dark World from up here? Can we go all the way down off the mountain in the Dark World?
No. I remember that you can't because we tried the first time we played.
What were we blocked by?
There just wasn't a way down.
Oh. Okay.
You just straight up couldn't.
And we'll just head all the way down, back through town. And I guess I'll make my way to the right side for the first dungeon.
Here, might as well just hop over there, get all that dealt with.
And pray.
Pray that at least one of the chests gives us something decent.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't a total waste. We did get a sword.
Yeah, it's true. Make it going up the mountain, like, we would not have a sword and shield if we did not come up the mountain.
Yeah.
So it was far from a waste. But yeah, the sword doesn't matter what kind of randomizer you're doing for Zelda. The sword is like the biggest equalizer. Always has been, always will be.
Oh, I need to take that other path off the mountain. I can't go back the way I came. That's right. I had to jump down here.
Yeah, because you have to take the secondary path down. That's up on the mountain, yeah.
I wonder if we'll get news at the next E3. They're doing E3 this year, right?
Yes. I know they are for sure because I know that Xbox and Bethesda have already announced when they're doing theirs.
I wonder if we'll get Breath of the Wild 2. Ah, come on, news. Oh, getting off the mountain now.
That's one way off. May not be the most efficient, but it's far from the least efficient.
Oh, I should go check the shed. Next time I'm in town. There's that one shed in the lower corner.
Oh, right, the one that you can bomb. Yeah.
But we'll make our way over to Eastern Palace.
Yeah, let's get that one dealt with.
I'm hoping for a Bayo 3 release date. Breath of the Wild
That'd
news
be
would
nice.
be good, but I think that one's not going to come out before Bayo 3.
Almost definitely not. What I'd also like is anything on Metroid Prime 4.
Oh, yeah.
Anything.
To confirm it exists, since they had to go back and redo the entire development.
Because they're like, yeah, we need to start from scratch again. I'm just like, really? Why?
Well, that just means that they weren't satisfied with the way the product was going, and it probably would have been subpar.
Yeah, that's true. And so I suppose I'm glad that they're going back and making it to something that's not terrible, but like, still makes me sad that I had to wait even longer.
Because you know what EA or Ubisoft would have done in that situation?
Yeah, they would just dropped a trash game. Like,
Yep.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Try and fix it with patches and post. And use microtransactions to fund the patches.
Yep. This is just a scummy way to friggin' do business with games.
I don't think they care.
Well, I know they don't care.
That's the thing that's sad. Is it'd be one thing if it was necessary for the survival of the studio or whatnot, just from like a financial standpoint, but they do it because they can, and
Yeah.
that's pretty much just it.
Yeah, they don't have to.
One thing in news that I actually just learned today as I was browsing around on the internet, there's an upcoming big fighting game event called Combo Breaker. I forget where it is every year, but it's a big one. Them's Fighting Herds is featuring in Combo Breaker this year, which is really cool. And they are announcing details about their upcoming season pass at Combo Breaker.
Oh.
Which means, kind of like Skullgirls did, they're going to be doing a multi-character additional content follow-up.
Yeah.
And that's great. That's really exciting. Eventually, I haven't figured out when I'm doing it, but I'm going to be doing a fighting game month one of these months. Maybe July, depending on scheduling. But that game I'm going to be covering, because it's really fun.
So, what month does Multiverses come out?
When it actually comes out, I don't know. It's an alpha right now. A lot of people are playing it. I've heard good things.
It's there's no release date for it yet. I was gonna say, make that the month, and then when it actually hits, then there you go.
It's not a bad idea. I like how they leaned pretty heavily into the Shaggy memes.
Yeah, honestly, that's just great. I'm just happy to see that it's like a full-on Cartoon Network, not just like Warner.
Well, it's also like, properties that are all kind of lumped into that ownership. So it's like DC characters, Cartoon Network characters. We got
essentially it's all owned by, because Cartoon Network is essentially just owned by Warner, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I do need to go check on the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl at some point and see what they've been doing. I think there's been some
Right.
rounds of DLC. I don't know if the character voice packs have come out yet. I know
I'm not sure. I never did pick that one up.
that's a good game too. I think it's got less of a budget behind it than Multiverses,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's certainly a good game.
Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life was one of the recently announced DLC characters, which that was one I was hoping for.
Yeah. Personally, like, my big E3 hopes is that the Persona 25th anniversary stuff, we finally get some more announcements out of it.
You mean an announcement that's not like nothing?
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
We should be getting close to about the time when that rollback netcode patch should be coming out for Ultimax too.
Yeah, because that's supposed to be out sometime in the summer, right?
Yeah, they said summer. It's getting pretty close to summer.
Yeah, because the only things that there really was Arena Ultimax, a Shop Atlas collection, including like the big vinyl kit on I Am 8-bit, which I'm still torn on if I wanna grab it, if I can grab it.
Do you think, and this goes for anyone in chat too, do you think they would announce the next major game in the Atlas franchise at E3? I'm assuming it's going to be a Persona one because we just got SMT5.
Yeah, it would be a Persona announcement. It would definitely be a Persona announcement. I don't think they would do it at E3. I feel like they would do it at Tokyo Game Show. Actually, just looking at the 25th anniversary shop, there's a pre-order for $500 for a 25th anniversary turntable, like for playing vinyls.
Wazzy says P6 will still be early in development. Yeah, but it wouldn't stop them from announcing it.
Yeah, like we'd probably get another 10-second trailer like we did for Persona 5 way back in 2012.
Let's take bets that we can reference in the future. What's the color? What color do you think it's going to be for P6?
Green.
Think green?
I think green. We've hit all the primaries now. We're going to start getting into the standard mixes. I feel like P6 will be green.
Watch, they're gonna throw a wrench and everything. It's gonna be purple.
Oh, maybe, but like I have my doubts. And
brown.
If
It's brown.
Yeah, if we're lucky, we will see it by 2024.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Yeah, that's the big thing is.
Yeah,
it's that door on the right. Did you go through that door on the right? Sorry, I had been looking a thing, but because there's that door on the right in the dungeon. I don't know, because that's
the one directly in the right in the room I was just in.
Yeah, you got that one. So yeah, now we're just dealing with the ones on the right here. Those are upper floors, so.
Yeah, I think I need to go to the right side up there on the upper layer.
Purple just saying, I don't know what y'all are talking about, but purple. I'm more interested to see how Xbox and Bethesda are going to pull their head out of their ass now that they delayed their two biggest. Bethesda delayed their two biggest releases for this year to next year.
For context, Core Break, the Persona games always have a dominant color scheme. It's sort of like a thematic representation. Like Persona 3 was blue, Persona 4 was yellow, Persona 5 was red. So if the primary colors, green would make sense.
Yeah, green, blue, green, purple, or orange.
Ooh, orange would be interesting.
Yeah, I feel like they go with green just because it's a technically kind of a cool and like a cooler green because they just went through two like more warm colors.
They need to do like a Persona game with a female main character.
That's not just Persona 3 Portable?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Persona 3 Portable, like honestly, I would argue it had better music, and the character development just felt nicer. And that's having only like listened to the OST, and I've watched Wazzy play Portable. I've not played Portable myself, but I have played and beaten FES.
I liked P3P. That was the first iteration of the third game that I beat. So I had Fest back in the day too, but I didn't beat it. And then I did beat P3P.
Yeah, I beat Fest, and I, funny enough, never beat 4 or 5. 5 I've actually never played. But I've watched Wazzy play it start to finish.
I have also not played 5. You watch, their announcement's going to be Persona 5 Royale on Steam. I'd buy it.
Oh,
then I can play it.
See, what I would like that, but what I would also like is Persona 3, either FES or Portable, on the Switch. What I'd like is, actually, Wazzy and I discussed this, the best thing that they could announce is a Persona 3 Portable that looks like FES with slightly upgraded graphics for Switch and PC.
That would be good. I would absolutely buy that.
Yeah, I would buy that in a heartbeat. I'd end up buying myself a copy and Wazzy a copy so we could both play it. And P5 Royal on PC for obvious reasons.
Atlas just needs to keep pushing for the remasters of all of their older SMT games. Like, mainline, spin-off, and just make a collection, man.
Just, make more collections.
Put Devil Summoner 1 and 2 from PS2 in the collection. Put Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2 in the collection.
Yeah, I never actually played Digital Devil Saga. I always wanted to, but it was one of those games that, like, right after it came out, it instantly became a collector's item.
Yeah, it did not have a big push. It's a really good game, though. It's very different from all of the other SMT branded games because it's not like a demon summoning, collecting type game. It's very different. And it's very narrative driven, too, like story-based characters and story. You eat people.
Yeah. But more SMT would be cool. If Atlas was going to do any kind of announcement like that, that'd be cool.
Or just announce Ultimax 2.
Yeah.
Bring in the P5 cast. Give us another fighting game.
Yeah, give us Persona 5 Arena.
Use the Dragon Ball Fighters or Guilty Gear Strive engine. Make it like pseudo cell shaded 3D. Just go all out with it.
Yeah, get extra fancy with it. Just know that would actually be really cool. The other
they could announce something new, but like you said, it's the anniversary, so it would make sense that they reveal something that people are expecting.
Yeah.
Persona Q3.
Persona Q3 I could see being announced.
How'd they do that, though? They'd have to readapt the whole mechanics because it's not on a dual-screen device.
Yeah, exactly. So the Etrian Odyssey thing wouldn't work as well. Oh yeah, and the other big video game anniversaries this year. Final Fantasy's 35.
I get the feeling it's going to be like Remake Part 2 for that.
I feel like they've already announced some stuff. I know they're doing like a limited shirt series through Uniqlo. Street Fighter's hitting 35th anniversary.
They've been talking about FF16 too. Not
FF16
16-2, but 16-2 or 16 as well. Maybe they'll announce a release date for that.
Yeah. Oh, and the original Diablo has its 25th anniversary this year.
Yeah, but Blizzard.
Well, yeah. You couldn't pay me enough to buy a Blizzard game.
Did you see that whole thing that came out was it 2 weeks ago now about the racial database algorithm thing?
Oh yeah, that Torbjorn's a diversity win because he's old and only has one arm.
Yep.
Like, oh, that was stupid. That was so dumb.
I learned about that from a pretty lengthy Castle Super Beast excerpt from their podcast, and Wooly and Pat were talking about it. It's really funny because they were basically releasing that to distract from the union busting stuff that they were doing.
Yeah. And if anything, they just made themselves look worse.
Oh, yeah. Like,
absolutely stupid.
that company doesn't know what they're doing.
They have no freaking clue.
It's sad, too, when you think of the legacy.
Yeah. Like, that there's so much... Don't get me wrong, like, I still love Diablo 2 as a game. Like, it was a defining part of my childhood.
Oh, sure.
But, like, on the other hand, you could not pay me enough to take remastered. I'll just go and pirate the original game and run it essentially run it like my computer has Windows 98 on it.
All right, boss time.
Almost Nights. Almost boss time. One more room.
You know, Matt, when you say that Diablo 2 is defining for your childhood, that makes me feel incredibly old. I just want you to know that.
Well, by my childhood, I mean, it was like my teen years.
That doesn't make me feel better.
At least, yeah, to be fair, I wouldn't have been like 8 or 9 years old playing Diablo. My parents absolutely would not have allowed that. Yeah, that's fair also.
Now it's boss time.
Trying to see what other games have big anniversaries. Final Fantasy VII's 25th anniversary is this year. I'm surprised we haven't heard anything about Final Fantasy VII Remake 2.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. I think we're due for news on that.
Yeah, because we know it's being developed. Absolutely, it's being developed. Oh, the Contra series had its 35th anniversary this year.
Yeah, but
I don't expect Contra to get anything new. I'm optimistic, but like,
it's Konami.
It's Konami,
aka brand assassination specialists.
Yeah.
The people that said, "Hey, you like Contra? How about a really terrible 3D arena fighter?" And then we're gonna put Contra's name on it. What do you mean? That's not what you wanted. You said you wanted Contra. You didn't say you want good Contra.
Yeah, we gave you something with Contra name on it. Isn't this what you asked for? There was a... Oh. Speaking of...
Yeah, here.
Symphony of the Night.
Check
this
that
year's
out.
the 25th anniversary of Symphony. Oh, nice.
Titan's Mitt.
Big boy gloves.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get anything for Symphony of the Night's anniversary, man. Again, it's still
it's
Konami.
Yeah, that, and weirdly enough, another game that I remember from playing as a kid, Shining Force.
For
the Genesis.
I never played the Shining Force games. I remember them being decently popular. Let's see
they were pretty good strategy. They were a pretty good strategy RPG.
What you got for me? Oh, come on, really? Thanks for
Here's
nothing.
Thanks for beating the dungeon. Here's $20. Get out of my face. That's funny.
So now we can go directly to the Dark World and we can go to the Town of Thieves.
Yeah,
or do we need the mallet for that?
Can't
remember.
Oh, good question.
I know the rock that you lift up to get the warp point, you need the Titan's Mitt to pull, but we'll see.
Yeah. We've now opened up a good chunk more. I mean, there's enough black rocks kicking around in the light world that come in handy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to go to the Dark World and poke around because we can't get the other dungeon here because we don't have the Book of Medora.
Yeah. And the last dungeon is for one of the crystals anyway, so it's not like it's a must grab. So yeah, like at this point,
I'll go to town and see if I can get to the Dark World from there.
Yeah.
We'll see if that works.
Sorry, let's sing Persona 5 DLC. Oh man. I hope not.
Well,
No offense to Persona 5, but it doesn't need DLC. And Royal technically is...
Yeah, that's what Royal was. Royal was the golden equivalent, right?
Yeah. And Persona is not known for having DLC. Outside of the dancing games.
Watch them announce a new dancing game.
That one I really fucking hope not.
I'll be able to
3 and
hear
5.
the howls of rage from up north in Canada as Wazzy screams into the void.
That's the thing. Well, yeah, no, we would not buy right off the bat unless there was like a very, very strong incentive for it. Because when we picked up Persona 3 and 5 dancing, we didn't buy it first up, like right off the bat, because it was like $80 Canadian per game. So it would have been like, yeah, $160 for 2 dancing games. We couldn't justify it at that point. I eventually got it on sale where I could get Persona 3, 4, and 5 dancing all on the PS4 for I think it was $15. And the only one I don't regret purchasing of the 3, honestly, is rebuying 4. 3 and 5 are okay at best.
Yeah, I never played any of the dancing games. The concept seemed fun. I'm not a huge rhythm game person nowadays, but
yeah,
I've heard a lot of the music from those games, and the music does slap.
Oh yeah,
because a lot of them are remixed versions of the original themes, kind of more up tempo.
Yeah, like and solid remixes. A lot of new performances by Lotus Juice. Like all in all, like actually really good music.
One thing I mentioned, I don't know if Pink saw my chat, but I grabbed the soundtracks to Monster Hunter World, Iceborne, and Rise recently, like a day ago.
Oh, nice.
And they're very good soundtracks.
Oh yeah, they're an absolute. They're just fun to listen to.
Yeah, there's a lot of care put into the soundtracks for those games.
There's those ones, and I do at some point when they go back on sale. I want to get the vinyls for the like base soundtracks of Final Fantasy 14. 14 has some very, very good songs.
They Uematsu to do any of the soundtracks for those?
I think Uematsu might have had some contributions. The majority, especially the later soundtracks, were done by Masayoshi Soken. Who, in of himself, is A, a fantastic composer, and B, more than willing to delve into the memery of stuff. I think last FanFest, because Final Fantasy 14 does a thing called FanFest every 2 years to essentially announce the next big expansion and have a whole bunch of big celebrations, including live concerts by the rock band that does the rock stuff, the Primals, and like just general Q&A stuff. And then there was a mini concert from Soken, and he went into one of the songs that got kind of more memed in the last big expansion.
Nice.
And he went in there with a chocobo hat, an automaton. And
I saw a video of that.
Yeah, singing extremely falsetto while a girl was playing piano and looking very concerned.
Yeah, I remember seeing videos of that. That was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, that was great.
All right, we dark worlding.
It's time to be fighting moblins.
All right, now
Angry
I gotta
trees.
remember all of the points of interests here.
Yeah. Say Skull Woods, I don't recall there being anything like super necessary immediately.
New dialogue.
I can breathe. You got the chest game here. I feel like there's something important in this chess game, but I don't remember for sure.
What is the significance behind this big thing here with in the square?
I'm not sure. I thought that was just a pool.
The texturing looks different.
Yeah.
All right, this is. So which dungeon is this? Is this Blind's dungeon?
Yes. This is Blind's Dungeon.
Okay.
And also the chest game here, it might have a key item because it normally has. That's normally where you get a piece of heart.
Oh no, get off me. Yeah, I think someone mentioned that last time we did this. I guess I got 500 rupees. We can try it.
Yeah, might as well. We're here. It's 30 rupees, 16 chests. You pick 2 per game.
Oh, no dialogue?
No dialogue. You just take your money.
Okay. And it's completely random? I think it's completely random, right?
From what I understand.
Ooh. Net gain.
Yeah, big net gain.
You can go visit Zora.
There's also south of town. There's the frog that if you bring him to the light world, that's the swordsmith's twin brother.
That's right. Oh. Alright. Try a couple more times. If I really wanted to cheat, I'd just save state and save scum it, but it's alright.
Yeah. And there's also apparently a chest where the swordsmith's house is in the light world.
All right.
He's locked inside it to open it. Use a magic mirror to take it to the man at the entrance to the desert. He'll unlock it for Link getting a bottle.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
I did not remember that element.
And Dark World tracks are so good. The main overworld theme is really good, and I think I mentioned before that the Death Mountain theme is my favorite.
Yeah. Like, yeah, Dark World just in general.
Ooh,
Just
we got...
very, very nice.
You know, talking about video game composers and people who've done like really iconic and noteworthy soundtracks. One person that I need to go and see what he's been up to is Mitsuda Yasunori. I've not checked in on that guy in a while. That's the guy who did Chrono Trigger. The soundtrack for Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
Which is one of the greatest soundtracks of all time. What's up, buddy? He's done a lot of stuff, but his big noteworthy projects were Chrono Trigger and I think Chrono Cross. Alright, that didn't take long.
Yeah, that was actually really easy. Mind you, I think it's because those are also black ones that, like...
Alright, good luck with your baguette. Oh. Oh.
Oh, hey, the mallet. That's nice. That opens up a ton.
Sour Lad says, Chrono Trigger, my beloved. You have good taste in old school RPGs, Sour Lad. I've noticed that consistently. What's everybody's favorite track from Chrono Trigger? I don't know if I've asked this before, but for everyone watching and Matt, I would like to know your favorite track from the game. Doesn't have to be the actual name. You can just say like what theme. Oh, okay. I will deal with that in a sec.
Yeah, Chrono Trigger, I can explicitly say Frog's theme is absolutely my favorite, but
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah, because that's a theme that lived on my iPod for a very, 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 very long time.
My pick is not surprising if you've been tuning into my streams because it's the opening to my loading screen.
Yeah.
Corridor of Time.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, sorry, let's sing Black Omen and Jetbiker Johnny.
Ooh, Black Omen. That's such a good song. They're all good.
Yeah.
But that really jazzy, kind of like piano-driven theme as you're going through a giant floating hell fortress. Very good.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if I told you this, Matt, but remember when I gave you that Lufia 2 soundtrack?
Yes,
And
yes.
I told you those were like up-converted MIDIs that I got off of VG Music. I did the same thing for Chrono Trigger's soundtrack. So if you ever want to hear the OST with that type of instrumentation versus like a MIDI rip or the actual in-game rip, let me know. I can share it.
Absolutely, yeah, I love that. Reminds me of those midis I wanted to play around because hate to divert back to 14, but there's a thing you can do in FF14 as a bard, because when you get the bard class, you get the ability to perform on instruments.
Huh.
And
Piece of heart.
And there are tools that you can use that you can essentially just insert a MIDI into, and it'll play that on a on your instrument in game. And with the MIDIs that I've been sent, that you sent me the upscaled ones of Lufia, I was planning on plugging those into FF14.
And it'll just play in game.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And you can like there's tons of instruments, there's like harps, violins, trumpets, like full brass. You can essentially go full orchestra. They just added an electric guitar.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hoof it all the way back to the thief guy in the desert. Get this bottle. And get a ferry for some death insurance. But yeah, man, it's something iconic about the old video game soundtracks, especially RPGs on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
I'm continuing to watch that LP of FF6 Pixel Remaster that Wooly and Reggie are doing, and
Oh yeah.
the Pixel Remaster songs are so good. It's insane how well they did those remixes. I'm still trying to find a release version of that soundtrack that's not on like freaking iTunes or something.
Yeah.
But like, you know the song Searching for Friends?
Yes.
It's the song you get after you get the airship in World of Ruin.
Yeah.
They turn that into like a full classical suite. It's nuts. And
I know Pixel.
all right. Straight up,
Hey.
here's a bottle.
Yeah, he gives you exactly what it was before, but this time with some potion in it. Also, question: have you heard the theme song for the NES game Solstice?
I might have heard remixes of it.
I'm gonna throw it at you in our chat just so that like you can listen to it later. But it is best described as the Muscle Wizard song. Because the original art of the game Solstice is just an extremely jacked wizard with a potion and a staff.
I see that.
Yeah. And the song slaps way harder than it has any right to the point where that song, on the NES cartridge, the song itself takes up about a quarter to a third of the data on the cartridge.
All of the budget and bandwidth went to the complexity of one theme.
Yeah, of this theme that slaps too hard for its own good.
You know, I could think of a game where the soundtrack is in that similar category, and it's one I never hear people talk about, and it's Castlevania 2 on Game Boy. Belmont's Revenge. I think it's the subtitle for it. It was the second Castlevania game. It's not related to like Castlevania 2 and NES.
Yeah.
That game has an insanely awesome soundtrack, and it's very simple. Like the instrumentation, 'cause, again, it's Game Boy, is very simple as far as the instrument types, but it's It's crazy. I'll share that one too. Remind me when you get off
Yep.
stream, and I'll put stuff in the shared folder. But I
for
really
sure.
want to find a way to use an up converter program on that one, because like,
Yeah.
again, it's a Game Boy Castlevania game. The game itself is okay, it's fine, but then you hear the soundtrack, you're like, good lord, like whoever the composer was going
damn.
in. All right, so now that we've got the mallet,
Yeah, there's a few spots we can go.
yeah, there's a lot that opens up here. So I'm going to probably be jumping back and forth between Light and Dark World, because there's that spot in town that is right on the east edge of town that you need a hammer for, but I can't remember if it's a portal or what. It's the thing that's right up here.
Yeah, because there's this item up there that needs the mallet. There's the Dark World. There's the mallet and cloak up on the mountain in Dark World.
Yep.
There's the mallet up by the Tower of Hera. Oh, it's nothing. That's
Just what
I don't know what I expected.
Ooh, all right, another chest. My memory on key points of interest is a little more fuzzy in the Dark World.
Yeah, it's a lot more fuzzy for me, I can tell you that much.
Ooh. All right.
No complaints. Hey, we can take on Aghanim now.
Master Sword? That is true. Are there any chests up in that area that you have to navigate in order to get to him?
I feel like there's a couple.
Okay.
There's a couple in Hyrule Castle, not a huge amount, though.
Shield, potion, bombs.
Now, is that just another small shield, or is that the shield upgrade?
What level shield am I at?
Should only be a level 1.
It's red or orange. Is that an upgrade? Let's find out. No, that's the same shield. That's its on-field sprite, I guess, which is a different color than on your person.
Oh, weird.
Link on the pitchfork in the center of town. You heard it here. Yep. Ooh, I need the fire rod too in order to do Skullwoods. Now the arrow game. I also need a shovel.
Oh yeah, the shovel's still particularly necessary.
Still have a decent amount of things to get. We don't have the ocarina.
We're still missing 2 medallions. Both canes.
Two medallions, yeah. Okay, this is the digging mini game. All right.
Hard to do without a shovel.
Can't do Misery Mire until we get Ether.
Yeah. Can't do Turtle Rock without
Quake.
Quake. Yeah.
There's something over here.
Yeah, it's been so long since I played this game.
Yeah, likewise. Ooh.
Hey, won't say no to 300 rupees.
Cash money. We can also go see Zora.
That's true. You see where that 500 gets you.
Maybe we can do that now, since I'm back in the light world.
Yeah, we're here. Why not?
Let's see. Is there anything else? Should be able to do Water Palace too. There's a lot of stuff we can do,
Yeah, like we're not in any sort of shortage.
which is good. I think we actually have a viable run after last time and getting stonewalled.
Where we could get a whole lot of nothing done.
Yeah. It'd be nice if I can get the boots too so I can dash. Alright, I'm gonna go see Zora, and maybe I'll do Hyrule Castle. And then we'll see.
Yeah, might as well get Aghanim done, and then that at least unlocks Pyramid of Power as a start point if you die in the Dark World.
At what point does the bomb shop, the super bomb shop, unlock? Because that's another point of interest in the pyramid.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Alright, heading way up.
I'm just trying to think of other malletable places in, well, and up the mountain, there's the mallets at the top of the mountain.
Oh, that's true for the entrance to the Turtle Rock dungeon. That goes towards where that is in the Dark World, yeah, on the right side of the rock.
Yeah, that and the spike floor mallet area.
Yep.
We have a couple spots to check.
Rock Arena sure would be nice. I'm not hoofing it all the way across the map like an idiot, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the point in time where the Arc Arena would be kind of a real, like, we have the Zora, we have the Zora Whirlpool Warps.
Mushroom. Let's see, did we cut up the side? Can't remember if we went up here yet. I don't think we did.
I don't think we have either.
There's also the one spot. Is it? It's near here in the Dark World. We have to throw something into that ring of stones, and the fish there normally gives you, I think, bombos. One of the medallions he spits out.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh, nothing over there.
Yep. Roll 5 rupees. Wowee.
Alright. Fishman. Oh, come on, really? Oh, and it takes the money automatically as soon as you go up and...
So you're out 480 rupees.
I paid 500 rupees to get
20
rupees. That is terrible.
That hurts. That's rough. Well, you're here. You might as well make it so you get 5 back. Hey.
At least buy me a drink first if you're going to screw me that hard.
Come on.
I'm going to commit genocide against your entire race as a result. Their blood is on your hands.
We're fleecing you out of $480. $475 if you count this $5 I found in a corner in your house.
Alright, guess we can go do Hyrule Castle.
You might as well hammer that out.
Oh, there's also the... Here's the wishing waterfall up here. I wonder if... Why you come in here and pretend like you have something this fountain wants? Come back with bottles? Huh. Interesting. This whole area is different now.
Yeah.
But we get a heart. Okay. I wonder if you can toss
bottles, no problems.
Yeah, I wonder if you can toss bottles in there to get them full. I'll have to wait till I exhaust one. See, Saralad asks, what's your favorite and hated Zelda minigames? I like the arrow one. I don't like the chest one because it's pure RNG, and the one that has something valuable in it, you could literally be doing it for hours if you're unlucky.
Yeah.
How about you, Matt?
Favorite minigame? Probably Wind Waker has one that's kind of like Battleship. I thoroughly enjoy that one. A, because it's relatively nice and easy, and B, it's got some of the more just amusing sound effects in the game. Least favorite, Ocarina of Time's target practice or arrow games. Just because, and that's solely due to the fact that the controls are not conducive to fast aiming.
I see. Yeah, that would be annoying.
Yeah, they're not conducive to fast aiming without Z-target. Like, even horse racing is better, and that's saying something. Horse racing is also kind of jank in, like, it's kind of jank in Ocarina of Time. Although, like, going back to the classic, I just don't like the chess game. And, like, the classic chess games, I don't like solely because, like you said, it's pure RNG. The chess game in Ocarina of Time is a joke because you can get the lens of truth that lets you see what's inside each chest.
There was a series of gambling points in the original NES Legend of Zelda that was literally like, pick 3 things, you either get money or lose money. That was the entire game.
Yeah. Which is just like objectively bad.
Core Break asks, did either of you play Minish Cap? I played a little of it, but I never finished it because I was borrowing it from a friend of mine.
I had rented it from Blockbuster back in the day, and I got to the final boss and then had to return it.
I really liked it, though. It's a good game.
Yeah.
If they're gonna...
It's a great game. The only part that, honestly, I would say is not aged well, solely due to the fact that it's impossible to do now, is the trading kinstone pieces. Trading kinstone pieces in order to get some of the, like, or to get 100% completion.
Did that require, like, just in-game stuff, or...
Link? No, it required link cables with other people with Minish Cap.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That would be difficult if you don't know a ton of people that play in the game.
Yeah.
Alright. It's castle time. You can actually see the spots that stonewalled us before now.
Yeah.
Let's see what we missed.
Both were just like, well, I guess this is the end of the run. This time? No, this ain't at the end of the run.
Key?
I appreciate that those guys look like they're just holding these swords overhand in a stabbing style.
And they just run at you.
Yeah, they're just going full psycho on you, as opposed to, proper sword fighting.
I have to wonder how, or what the idea was behind the Hyrule Army's training tactics. If you're too incompetent to use a sword or a spear or like a Morning Star, so you get the knife, just run at the enemy. It'll confuse them.
They just go hog wild. Who cares?
Okay, I did make it to this room.
Yeah.
And I was unable to find the spots to light on fire.
Go, got the key required. Also, if I remember correctly, Aghanim drops a heart piece, doesn't he?
I don't remember. It's possible.
Ah, dang. You could use that $20 to replenish some of the 500 that the Zora Queen took.
Yeah, I'll make my money back eventually.
Oh yeah, that's one of the beauties of randomizers. Money just seems to be overly abundant.
Yeah, that's why it's a good idea to mod the total rupee count to be 4 digits. I'm pretty sure in the original it was 3.
Yeah. Funny part about the Ocarina of Time, because you can get different wallet sizes in that, They actually added a fourth wallet size to randomizer called the Tycoon's Wallet that allows you to carry 999.
900 or 9,000?
Yeah.
3 digits or 4 digits?
Just 3 digits in a run of time. But 3 digits gets you, it's more than enough to get you everything in the game. And that's also considering the fact that, if you also put on randomized prices, things can get up to like 500 rupees a piece, which is higher than anything in the game ever gets.
Ow, ow, get off me. Yeah, that makes sense. I see in the chat, Sarlad asks, not sure if it's been said, but what are your thoughts on why watch someone else play a game debate? You mean like what's the appeal of Let's Plays question?
Yeah, or what's the appeal of Let's Plays and streams, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm a streamer who plays video games when people watch, and I'm a person who consumes a lot of content that involves watching other people play games. I'll say for me personally, part of the motivation for doing so is sometimes I want to watch someone else play a game that I might not be playing myself anytime soon because, my backlog list is stupid.
Yeah, so like your Pixel Remaster one. Like, I know that's one that you would probably replay yourself, but do you have the time, really?
Right. And that one is interesting because of the two people playing Wooly and Reggie, Wooly's never played 6, and Reggie's played, like, tons of it and knows, like, the game front and back. So you have one guy who's got hands on the controls, playing it for the first time, and then his friend is kind of guiding him through the game and giving him pointers. And it's a pretty neat dynamic. It takes me back to the days of being in Earth School and playing a game for the first time and, having a friend on the couch saying, oh yeah, here's how you do this, or, here's how you do that.
Yeah,
it's a similar vibe,
Yeah. And that's kind of my thought of it too, is like, it's also very similar to the vibe. I sit on the couch and I watch Wazzy play Persona. I watched her play Persona 4 and 5. I myself have never actually laid hands on a controller for Persona 5, but I've seen the story back to front because I watched Wazzy play. I got to experience the story without actually playing myself, and it was also a bonding thing for Wazzy and I to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, like Corbrick says, it's also the same appeal of watching sports. Like, watching competitive game, like, I'm not big into, like, esports. I'll say that right now. Esports, I have zero interest because the games they play just don't appeal to me.
Mm-hmm.
However, speedruns. Occasionally, if it's a game I'm interested in, speedruns are very interesting to watch.
Oh, yeah. I agree. I do watch competitive fighting game stuff every once in a while, but, like, that and speedruns, I think, like, for the same reason, are some of my favorite types of content, just because you get to see people who are really good at something and how they can really, change your perception of how the game works by either breaking it or playing it very well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly, some of the more entertaining ones that I've watched, like, because, like, I thoroughly enjoyed the 3D Mario games. I really like Super Mario Sunshine, especially. A lot of people say they don't like it, but, like, Super Mario Sunshine, watching people play glitched 100% speedruns of that blows my mind.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And Sourlight actually has a good point. Games with different options and endings are a good point to see the different things that could have happened. Like, Chrono Trigger is actually a very good example of that. Because there are some of the endings that you might never see, just because they're kind of a pain to get.
That's true. Now we're fighting Agnim. Name of the game here is just to reflect his projectiles back at him, and I was really hoping that wasn't going to do 2 things of damage. And not get electrocuted when he goes to the top of the screen.
Yeah. Just gotta play some tennis with him. Oh yeah, back to the bottom. Shite. Starlight asking, Super Metroid speedrun, do you kill or save the animals? Always save. Always save the animals.
Have you seen the theory that those animals are responsible for fusion? I can't remember where I saw it, but it was basically saying, they were carriers for the X-Parasites because they had been taken over and were disguised as irregular, cute little animals.
That could track. If those animals were brought to SR 388 after Super Metroid, because the X Parasite was found on SR 388.
They have their own
If I'm-
ship, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they did have their own ship.
You can play Super Metroid
'Cause-
randomized. I may look into that once we get through this.
Yeah.
Would you be interested in co-piling a Super Metroid randomized Let's Play?
I could see that, especially because I've played Super Metroid more recently than I played Link to the Past for sure. Because I went back and replayed Fusion, Super Metroid, and Zero Mission before Metroid Dread came out.
I still need
Another
to
one that
pick
might-
up Dread. It's on my list.
Dread's fun. Dread's a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
I've heard it's good.
Another one you can consider if you wanted to do randomized has it built in, Axiom Verge.
That's right. Is that the one you said you were playing?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of my first playthrough of Axiom Verge right now.
Oh, okay, you have to let me know when you finish it. That's
Oh yeah, for sure.
that game's awesome. That would be interesting to randomize. I don't know that one as well because I've only played through it a couple times, but
Yeah.
I think it'd lend itself well to that, obviously, since it's built in.
Yeah. Oh, was he saying also being bad at video games? Yeah, sometimes it's fun to watch someone just try their best at a game that they wouldn't normally try.
Yeah, there's
Like,
nothing wrong with that.
Heck, like when Dr. Cowbell took over for Wazzy and she played Don't Starve for the first time. Like, that is an option. Heck, watching Wazzy play Bloodborne way back in the day for Extra Life was great.
You can also go the commentary aspect. If you're
Yeah,
playing
that
through a
too.
game and you know it really well and can talk about lore or things significant to development or other things with the game itself, that could be interesting
Yeah.
for content because then you're basically like an expert.
Yeah. It's actually a big reason that I thoroughly enjoy watching my buddy Proton John's Let's Plays. So he gets big into the actual lore of stuff. Like his most infamous is his Let's Play of Superman 64.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
you beat it?
But the thing is he has beaten it before. I don't know if he's finished the actual Let's Play series on YouTube. But no, he got a good way through that. He did the Game Boy version of Donkey Kong, which is the one that's like the puzzle Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm.
He did Castlevania, not Dawn of Sorrow, Aria of Sorrow.
The first one.
Yeah, the first one with Soma Cruz. He did that one actually as a hype Let's Play for Bloodstained. It was actually because of John that I found out that Bloodstained even existed. But like, and he goes like deep into lore, and he'll usually go for as close to 100% completion as he can to show everything in the game.
That makes sense.
And like seeing that is really cool because a couple of them are games I would never play. I would never play Superman 64. I don't dislike myself enough to play Superman 64. But it's interesting to learn about like the development behind it, the companies behind it. And he even talks about like other Superman games that were developed around the same time. Like there's actually one like in one of the hoop stages for Superman 64, he has it in a picture-in-picture. And he plays through and it beats like half of the Superman game that came out for the Game Boy at the same time. And he kind of like just shows off essentially a little bit of two games at once, and he goes into like development history behind all that, which is really cool.
That's fun.
Yeah. And oh yeah, and Sarah's saying I would never know about Anime Among Us if it wasn't for Wazzy. That's true, like Lost Dimension. It's a game that Wazzy absolutely loves. And for good reason. It's a solid RPG.
Anime Among Us.
Yeah. And yeah, there's a lot of people who wouldn't know that game existed if it wasn't for Wazzy doing a let's play of it on her channel.
All right. Oh, that's right. I can't even hit him.
Oh, yeah, that's lightning. Yep, top middle is always lightning.
You can't turn around, though, right? It only always goes down.
It always goes down. Yeah, the only pain is I don't know if he has a tell for the multi-shot one. Oh, time for lightning.
Did you ever read the comic for A Link to the Past that was in Nintendo Power?
I didn't.
It was really cool.
I always heard about it.
Fake out. I had a subscription to Nintendo Power back in the day, and so I had all of the volumes, but I think one of them they didn't deliver to me, and so there's like two chapters of this comic, including like the very last one that I never read.
Oh, that sucks. I imagine they re-released them at some point, though.
You would think.
I mean, hopefully.
All right, now we're officially in the Dark World.
We got to the Dark World the canon way.
That sign was not there in the original. In case you forgot why you're here.
I bet that changes if you change the parameters of beating the game. Because randomizers do have the option to like change how you play.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Because I know... I'm not sure what the different parameters for the Link to the Past randomizer would be. Like, maybe it's just a collect... you have to collect 100% of items and then beat Ganon. Or something like that.
You could set the win conditions. I have it set to collect the pendants and beat Ganon.
Yeah.
So it's like the standard.
Yeah, I usually keep with vanilla victory because I know, like for example, bringing it up because it's the randomizer I'm most familiar with, Ocarina of Time. The vanilla settings for beating the game or getting to Ganon to beat the game is you really only need the Shadow and Spirit medallions, and then you can go into Ganon's castle to beat Ganon. That's because in the canon game you can't get the Shadow medallion without getting the first three.
I see.
That being said, you can also change it to you have to get all 6 medallions. You can change it to 100% completion. You can change it to just beat Ganon. Ganon's castle's open. You can go straight to the final boss if you want at any point in time. And there's one in the randomizer that's actually kind of an interesting one. It's called Triforce Hunt, where essentially it randomizes into 8 different chests, 8 pieces of the Triforce. Get all 8 pieces, you beat the game.
I have seen people play the original Legend of Zelda with that. I don't know if it's a win parameter, but you can randomize the Triforce throughout the game, and that's pretty interesting. That would drive me nuts. I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, I couldn't. Like, I could see me having fun with that, but like, only a little. Or maybe in the Triforce One version, it's just you had to find all 3 pieces of the Triforce. But either way, it's like that was a pain because I remember there's a portion of Wind Waker where you have to find the 8 shards of the Triforce of Courage.
You better know the game front and back.
Well, yeah, if you randomize that, yeah, have fun. Because you need all 8 shards to be able to unlock the path to the final dungeon. But the way that they work in Wind Waker is it's a lot of treasure hunting and like going around the ocean and actually finding treasure maps, and then dropping anchor and scavenging. I remember that being like that's the most tedious part of Wind Waker by a long shot.
Have you met Woeful Ike? Who's Woeful Ike?
That's a great question. I don't know.
I wonder if that's supposed to be the dude that you to throw the stuff into the circle.
Oh, that might be it, yeah.
That's where I'm going here, just to see if I get anything useful.
Yeah, see if you get something neat.
Knowing my luck, probably not. That's okay. As long as I don't get scammed out another 500 friggin' rupees.
Yeah, really.
Toss rocks, toss items, toss cookies. What? I want to toss my cookies.
Yeah, I don't want to do that at all. That sounds terrible.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. I was wondering if I was going to
Shield
get one of
upgrade.
those. That's a level 2
That's
shield.
nice. That's real nice. Hard to complain about that.
As long as I don't get jacked by a like.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, let's see. We have lots of points of interest here. We could do the palace directly below.
Yeah, we could start into the first dungeon. Uh,
Well, that one didn't randomize. So what is our layout here? Pendant in Skull Woods.
Turtle
First
Rock
crystal.
didn't randomize.
Yeah, Turtle Rock in the first dungeon didn't randomize.
I think Misery Mire's still in place.
What about the town? Which one is that? Is that 3 or 4?
Town was... Oh, no, the town was 5 or 6, I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
Because 3 was the Skull Woods.
Well.
And 2 was the... 2 was the formerly Swamp Dungeon. Like the bottom middle.
I guess I can make my way down towards the dungeon on the east. Might have time to do that one before we start wrapping it up for today's session.
Yeah, because we're almost up on 3 hours, so...
We've done so much more, Matt.
Oh. Yeah, we had so much progression.
And all it took was starting with the lantern.
Yeah. And weirdly enough, like... there's a lot of progression that we did, and we didn't need the lantern.
I'm gonna die. Starlight asks, what would your Zelda villain OC be? I think it'd be almost too common of an answer to say like the really flamboyant, flashy villain. Because it's been done in a bunch of games. So for just to switch things up for my answer, I would say like just some sort of big, like unthinkable monster, like a Cthulhu-esque monster entity. How about you?
I'd probably be like... I'd probably say like the Aghanim, like the wizard flunky.
Now, would you set your character up to be like kind of a screen for the actual big bad, or would you have your character be the actual big bad but just in that style?
I would say I'd be... I would not be the big bad, but I'd be like a competent flunky big bad, like a solid, like penultimate boss kind of dealy. Like I'd be like a mid boss in the final dungeon kind of thing.
That makes sense. I think you could go a couple different ways with it. Like you could go further, like I said, the real like flashy, flamboyant big bad, kind of like was it Yuga in Link Between Worlds? Basically, he was Painter Kefka.
Yeah. A Yuga, almost like a Girahim, maybe even from Skyward Sword.
I feel like Hilda was a pretty good misdirection too. I probably should have seen that one coming, but I didn't immediately because the whole concept.
Hilda felt like...
Yeah, the whole concept of like parallel dimensions versus just like another world. I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
Her design is really cool too.
Yeah, I really like Hilda's design.
Do I not have to get the monkey? No. To bribe a monkey to let you into this palace normally.
Yeah, I think he might just let you in.
Could really use that upgrade for level 3 sword. I guess that's it. Guess we'll head straight in.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that about randomizers, that they quite often just cut out a lot of like the side stuff that wouldn't necessarily.
This is not the actual entrance to the dungeon.
Oh. On plus side of Bone Mall.
We got tree facts. Okay.
Hey. Sometimes it's important to just have learning.
Ah. Free hearts are good. Chest would have been better. Okay, maybe we do have to do the monkey bit.
What a shame that we have to monkey around.
Da 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 da. Joke.
I mean, that's what everyone came here for, is friggin'...
Puns?
Yeah, puns. The height of comedy. Starlight saying, what is one thing you're surprised that Nintendo got away with? I'd say the gallows in Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door. Yeah. Like, got away with as in, like, darker shit. Yeah. No, gallows in 1,000 Year Door is one.
Do you ever get to the bit in Super Mario RPG where you find one of Peach's sex toys?
Yes.
Surprised I got away with that. With that one.
Yeah, very surprised they did that.
Hydrate reminder from Sourlad. Thank you, Sourlad.
If it wasn't just... Oh, yeah, good call.
Balls, and I'm all the way back here.
If it wasn't a... like, it's only Nintendo published, it wasn't Nintendo made, but, like, a lot of the Xenoblade Chronicles series character designs... I'm because they're rather porny.
Well, yeah, if we're talking third party, it's like Bayo as a franchise.
Yeah, Bayo is a franchise, and the fact that Bayo is essentially a Nintendo only property now.
Yeah, which still blows my mind. But hey, if they're willing to pay for the development of a really great franchise,
yeah,
it would be great if it was everywhere. But if you want to blame someone for not having Bayonetta on all consoles, you can blame all the other companies that wouldn't help Platinum develop the freaking game.
Exactly. I'm trying to think of other like Nintendo. Wow, I can't believe they did that kind of shit. Oh, Super Paper Mario, the entire scene where because that's the one I believe where. No, it's not Super Paper Mario. Is it 1,000 Year? It's the one where Peach, the Paper Mario where Peach gets abducted by aliens, and the surveillance AI is definitely super horny for Peach.
Oh, I remember that. I think I watched the Game Grumps play that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would have been 1,000 Year Door. Yeah.
A little bit creepy. A lot of it creepy.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird.
Kind of makes you wonder if that was part of the localization, though.
It almost definitely was. Localization usually gets weirdly pervy with its stuff. Like in a lot of games, it's not just
there's the monkey.
Nintendo that does that. Like I could say pretty safely that like, yeah, it's not just Nintendo that has weirdly pervy localization teams.
Note that just like some of the other prompts here, as soon as I walked through that spot and picked the monkey up, it took the money from me.
Yeah, she's like, hey, guess what?
No dialogue, just monkey.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder what I'm gonna get here. Better be something good.
I hope so too, yeah. Also, we talked a lot about like seeing games get remakes or remasters. Have you seen any of the stuff of like fan creators who demake games?
Yes, and I think that's really fascinating. One that I know I heard Pat talking about on the recent podcast was, I think it's called Nightmares of Decay. It's a fan-made game that's essentially like an RE1, RE4 send-up, made by one person. It's like a few bucks on Steam, and he said it's really fun, but it's definitely like that old aesthetic.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have any branded ties to the properties that it's paying homage to, so
yeah,
you have to worry about getting shut down.
I remember a couple times I've seen clips of the remake of Bloodborne to PS1.
Yes, I've watched several people check that out. I didn't watch full playthroughs because I might actually check it out myself. I watched Maximilian check it out. I watched Wooly and Reggie check it out. It's very neat.
Yeah. And recently there was also a person who demade Portal to the Nintendo 64. To the point that it can actually run on N64 hardware. Like, that's the part that impresses me the most about that, is the fact that you can actually get this demake working on the original hardware that you planned for it.
That's a neat idea.
I do like kitschy stuff like that, where it's like, oh hey, especially like indie games are like, oh yeah, we're made with like this kind of graphics, and we actually work on the software for it or hardware for it. Shovel Knight being the best example I could think of, where Shovel Knight actually, like, the original Shovel Knight, they ported it onto a NES cartridge and it actually works on an NES.
Right. Well, even the Bloodstained people had the demakes.
Yeah, the Curse of the Moon, yeah.
Still need to play those for their good. It's not like we're getting any other Castlevania games, but it's done in that style, which is pretty neat to see.
Can confirm Curse of the Moon is fun. I cannot say anything about Curse of the Moon 2 because I don't own it, but I got Curse of the Moon 1 for free as part of being in the Kickstarter. Oh, it's only like $13 Canadian on Steam.
Saralad said, fun fact, apparently the dirty house of the thief in Thousand Year Door was supposed to be a crime scene with a toad outline and blood, but was scrapped because it would change its rating to teen. Yep, that sounds like an issue.
Yeah, that tracks entirely. And after looking at Curse of the Moon, I'm just like, oh man, there's a whole bunch of these great games that I want to play. The Blaster Master Zero series, and I've seen playthroughs of Azure Striker Gunvolt because our good friend Takuno did Let's Plays and actually has a Let's Play of it on his YouTube channel.
Oh, the feet guy.
Yeah, the feet guy. And I know he's stoked for Luminous Avenger as well, or he's been playing those.
I'm going to play through the Blaster Master Zero series on stream. I will figure out when. Most likely after we're done with this for sure. Because I don't have any like long form playthroughs other than the Pokemon one that I'm actively working on. I've been jumping between indie games like Vampire Survivors and Nova Drift. So I don't know. There's 3...
That reminds me. Shit. There's another game that you might like, similar feel to Vampire Survivors and 10 Minutes Till Dawn. It is more of a like Call of Cthulhu style. Think Vampire Survivors, more Call of Cthulhu, has more ammo management. And right now, 10 Minutes Till Dawn, it's free because it's actually a free content limited version of 20 Minutes Till Dawn, which is not out yet. So essentially, it's like a demo of a game that's not quite out yet, but it's very much same feel as Vampire Survivors.
Is it like a wave-based
Yeah, like
upgrade?
wave based shmup roguelite.
10 minutes to dawn, huh?
Yeah, 10 Minutes Till Dawn.
Put the name in our Discord, and then I'll look it up later.
I'll do you one better. I will get you the store link in Steam.
That also works. I've been totally sucked into that genre of games now, thanks to Vampire Survivors.
Honestly, so have I. Let's see.
I convinced a good buddy of mine to pick up Nova Drift. He had it on his wish list, and he said it was on cheap for Humble Bundle. I don't know if it still is, but it was as of last week, so he picked it up. And he said, "Yep, I understand why it's so highly rated for an early access game." I said, "You're welcome."
Yeah. That and Vampire Survivors just hit Game Pass.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, which one I'm like, why? I would tell people, it's like, if you like it on Game Pass, just buy it. It's $3, and that is a much better way. Like, don't get me wrong, Game Pass does support the creator, but not as much as just straight up buying the game does.
Yeah, and it's dirt cheap anyway.
Yeah, it's insanely cheap. There's no reason not to get it. Like, for $3 redos, yeah, you might as well.
I have over 100-something hours in Vampire Survivors, and I haven't checked out the latest updates in the recent patch, because I might do that on stream next week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because 0.61 came out, yeah.
Yep.
I only just got to the point where I'm still a good ways behind you. I haven't actually beaten the boss in Dairy Plant yet, but I've unlocked the tower. Like, I just got the evolution of the guns, which I really like.
Oh, the Firagi? Yeah, that's a fun one. Firagi plus Labora is my defensive go-to. Just beams of light, nuking everything, and then concentrated kill zone in the middle.
Yeah, like, essentially the way I've been just trying... And also, I've learned the art of gold grinding in Ilmalise, so...
Oh, yeah.
So I can just get all that unlocked first.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I've been trying to convince Pink to give the game a try. I don't think they've gotten around to it yet.
Yeah, Pink hasn't yet. I know Wazzy hasn't either, but Wazzy has other reasons for it, so...
Yeah. Because she's scared.
Scared of vampires. Even though, as of right now, I have never seen a vampire in Vampire Survivors.
The library boss is technically the vampire.
Oh, yeah, I suppose, yeah.
That dude in the blue outfit, I think he's supposed to be a vampire, but not the vampire.
Not the vampire you're supposed to be surviving.
Yeah, at some point after 1.0, there's going to be a story mode that explains the lore and whatnot in the game, since it is supposed to have lore. But until that happens, it's not a lore-driven game. And that's fine. I can't remember if I told you, but there is a version of Vampire Survivors on mobile.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
I think it's called something different. It's a Chinese bootleg. Like a pretty shameless Chinese bootleg of it.
Okay.
And I know the developer's trying to get that dealt with. I don't know if he's actively listed like a takedown for it, because this was a couple weeks ago I saw this. I was like, yep. Yeah. That's always a shame. Oh.
Yeah.
I could have... Alright, we're doing boss.
Boss fight time. Oh, yes, I remember this boss. And you have a fairy, if I remember correctly. I think you have a potion as well.
Yep, this is the Helmasaur King.
I have to smash it with a hammer.
Yeah, we use bombs. mask comes off a little bit faster if you use bombs. You have to get
Yeah.
quite in its face. That's a neat sprite.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, whoops.
like, yeah, similar to what SNES and Genesis is like the golden age of sprite work, if you ask me. Like, and I say that solely due to the fact that like without it, a lot of inspiration for like a lot of the sprite based stuff we have these days would not exist.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If I can get a good Genesis emulator running, I really want to play Alien Soldier on stream sometime for you folks. That game
Yeah.
is one of the most underrated action shoot 'em up adjacent games. It's pretty unique, but the sprite work in that game is bananas. Like the creature design is insane. It's one of my favorite styles.
Yeah.
It was released on, I want to say, the Wii way back in the day.
Oh, nice. So yeah, I mean that would have been Wii Virtual Console, and yeah, that's one of those one, and it's one that you'd be surprised it hasn't made it to the Switch NES Online thing. But then again, I don't expect that to be good in the slightest anymore. But
Did you see what I got for beating that boss?
a small key for another part of the dungeon.
Game says screw you. I don't think I got the big chest. I need to go back in.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
But this might be a good place to end it as well. Like we can start the next one with scouring for the big key or the big chest.
Okay.
Because we just passed the 3-hour mark. Don't know about you, but
Yeah. Thanks for mentioning that because I wasn't even looking at the clock. We will jump back into this dungeon, try and finish it off, and then figure out where. We still have a lot of Dark World to explore.
heck, we still have a good chunk of Light World because there's a lot of Light World you can't reach without stuff in the Dark World.
Look at our progress in this particular run. We're missing some key items for progression, like the other medallions,
Hookshot,
Fire Rod,
the canes,
and the
book.
canes.
the boots.
But overall, we've got quite a bit at our disposal that I don't think we're in danger of losing the run. Thankfully.
Oh, yeah,
That
no,
happened again,
like-
I would have quit.
Yeah, we're far from in danger of losing the run at this current point. Another thing that might be worth doing with that huge chunk of rupees you have, now that we've done the biggest rupee sink, go and buy capacity for bombs and arrows too.
Yeah, I'll have to go back to that one fountain and see if it's just straight up upgrades or if they change the way you can actually do it. Because I could definitely.
Well, we'll see what
more.
happens.
Yeah. Well, good. It's nice to see that we didn't lose our progress. Let me go see who's online to raid, and we will wrap up for the day.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, Bean's on.
Yeah, Bean's on, and it looks like he's doing
Playing
prog.
FF14.
He's doing prog on the hardest raid currently in the game.
Oh, we can go raid the Master of Beans.
Yes. Bean Man.
Let me set that up. In the meantime, thanks again, folks, for hanging out and watching Matt and I attempt to play through Link to the Past Randomized.
Huh. We were more successful than last time. That's what matters.
Yeah, we'll pick back up in the near future now that we know this is working, and then we will keep plugging away until we beat the game. So that being said, let us go raid Bean Bunnery.
Let's go. Oh, never mind. It looks like his stream is ending.
Alright.
Offline. He just finished.
Do you
Might wanna
have
pick someone else.
any friends from your list of people online can raid?
No one currently. Doesn't look like anyone's up. Let's let me look up Link to the Past and see if there's anyone who's got randomizer as a
It'd be good if we can find another VTuber and try and spread the love to other people out in the scene too.
Yeah, let me take a peek, see if I can find a VTuber. Then I'm looking through Link to the Past, seeing if another VTuber's doing Link to the Past right now. There's a lot of people playing randomizer.
yeah, if you find one, just give me their name and we'll go say what's up.
Yeah, let's see.
In the meantime, I'll put us on outro so it's not dead silence.
Absolutely. I found the one other VTuber who's currently playing Link to the Past right now.
Okay.
I will send the link to you in Discord just so that.
Alright, let's go raid this person. So, thanks again, folks, for tuning in. I will be back on Saturday for more cancellation over tier lists, I believe. So, until then, I will catch you folks later.
Yeah, have a good night, everybody.
Peace.